Hi guys, welcome back to TNG Productions. My name's Tom and I'm joined by
David.
And what are we playing today?
We're playing some Malifaux.
Playing some Malifaux, and it's all thanks to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Dave started a local league up at the Harlequins in Preston, and it's fair to say, like, insurmountable amounts of people got really interested.
Yeah. I mean, we started off really strong. There was 18 people on the first night, plenty of games being played, plenty of cards being flipped, and it's carried on since.
Yeah, we've gone to our first event.
We have. I encourage you all.
You know, even me. I'm kicking and screaming, but had a really good time. And yeah, so I'm still picking up this game. You've played since...
I've played quite a bit, so I've played since the 2nd edition.
You're like our elder.
I am. So I generally know the answers to most questions.
The really awkward terrain questions that we send you.
Whether or not I'm a good player is subject for discussion.
So only had to be you for the first game. It's got to be. We're going to be trying to do like almost like a mini league where I'm using one crew against several people from our player pool, like a season, and then going through. So I'm going to be starting with Pandora of Neverborn. You're bringing.
I'm going to bring Parker Barrows and his bandits.
Of the Outcasts.
Of the Outcasts.
So we'll show you the crews and we'll cut back in a sec.
So this is my crew that I'm going to be taking through this season that I'm calling it of videos. You'll get to know them really well. I'm sticking with the same crew versus my opponents so I can kind of learn how they operate. They're my first love, first crew, and I'm still learning new things each game. So it is Pandora for the Neverborn. She is flanked by all manner of beasties called the Woes. She's more of a control master. Her henchman is Little Candy that you can see in the bottom left. She's almost like a mini version of the master in a way of kind of forcing willpower duels and calling damage. The big gribbly at the back in the middle is the Poltergeist. That's Pandora's totem. Interestingly, the Poltergeist is significant, so it can actually scheme, which is quite useful. It's very good at anti-scheming as well because it can reduce markers. The other two ghosts are called minions. They are Sorrows and they're fantastic. They can zip up the field, do a decent bit of damage, and they can also kind of drain life from people nearby. On the right hand side you can see the iconic Teddy of Malifaux. It is versatile for me because I've taken Baby Cade, and Baby Cade loves a teddy bear, so actually I'm allowed to bring that with me for 10 stones rather than 11. And on the left hand side you can see Carver, affectionately known as Carvey Dent because he either has an amazing game or he sucks. I've played with Hinematsu more recently as I've kind of learned the faction more, but Carver is going to be in our lineup for these videos so we can get used to him and see exactly what he's able to do. So that is 50 soul stones with 5 remaining for me to use for reducing damage or discarding cards and all manner of stuff. They are very much a control crew who then have a secondary function on damage dealing. Pandora herself wants to get within 6 inches of the enemy, and then everyone else kind of wants to ping off 6 inches worth of damage. So we'll learn what their abilities do as we play, but I'm hoping we get a few kills and we can get those explosives over the halfway line.
So this is my crew for the day. We're going to be playing with Parker Barrows and his bandit gang. So there are a number of models that can be taken within the bandit keyword, and they all share some thematic qualities with one another. So basically the main thing is positioning on the board as well as doing some damage. They can also get a lot out of scheme markers and interacting as well. So they've got a lot of cheesy ways to be able to do that as they go around and about their business.
They rob people, basically.
They basically do, yeah. I like to think of Parker Barrows as the Robin Hood of Malifaux, except he robs from the rich and stuffs in his pockets and keeps it for himself. So Parker Barrows himself, obviously, is the master. We've got his thematic henchman, which is Mad Dog Bracket. Runs around with a shotgun, blasts stuff, hits like a truck.
Beautifully painted as well.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic with them.
We try. But yeah, he basically, the thematic, Parker Barrows' totem is Doc Mitchell. So basically he is a doc they've purloined to the cause. He doesn't want to be there. If he tries to shoot someone with his gun, Parker Barrows shoots him in the head instead. Because he shouldn't have a gun. So yeah, we've also got Sue. So clearly a Johnny Cash ripoff. The Man in Black has a number of abilities which are linked to the songs of Johnny Cash himself. We've also got the Midnight Stalker. So Midnight Stalker is a versatile model within the Outcast faction. So within faction, you can always take versatile models for the cost as printed on the card themselves. So he's versatile, he's really good at scheme running. He's probably the key scheme runner within the Outcast. So basically, if he activates on the opponent half of the board, he activates with fast, which is always beneficial, and also he can leap, so he can get around really fairly quickly. We've also got a Prospector, again another versatile model that can be taken by any Outcasts. His main scheme, his main mode of operation is to sort of sit at the back and he generates soul stones. Here he's going to be putting a soul stone back into my soul stone pool every turn. We've got a Convict Gunslinger who's a bandit minion. Good shooting minion.
Good health.
Good health. Yeah, survivability is pretty high. And he can do a little bit, quite a bit of damage when he gets going. But again, he synergizes well with the bandit keyword. And then finally, we've got the big guy riding the donkey at the back. So he's an old fella carrying around a load of stuff. He's the hodgepodge emissary. So again, he's versatile. He can go within any Outcast crew. But he is really, really good in a bandit crew, mainly for his bonus action, which lets him push someone along and makes them drop a marker. So a lot of the bandits have an ability to pick up a scheme marker at the start of their activation to gain fast. Mad Dog really likes that. And the emissary can also dish out upgrades, so he can make everyone better as they go along. So that's my 50 Soulstone crew. I'm going to start my game with 1 Soulstone in my Soulstone pool, but with Parker Barrows, the intention is always to make a few more.
Right, let's get to it. Okay, this is the picture now that we have deployed. So we've got standard deployment looking for our plant explosives, mate. And you've all bunched up behind that forest. You've pretty much got everybody apart from your Midnight Stalker hanging out.
We have indeed. So our Midnight Stalker's generally going to come down this flank here with all his movement shenanigans and trickery. He can get pretty far pretty fast. But then obviously I've made the bulk of my crew within the central part here.
The emissary
mainly
bubble.
because, yeah, the emissary is going to be getting and giving everyone positives to the movement before their activation. If they start within 3 inches of that emissary, they get +1 to the movement. So again, it means I can get down the board and in your face a little bit quicker.
So we've got tokens on our models. You're the attacker for this, but you've won the initiative and made me go second. But do you want to go through quickly which models have got bombs?
Sure. So obviously we're playing the Plant the Explosive strategy. I have 2 bombs on my Midnight Stalker. I've got 1 on Parker Barrows. I've got 1 on my emissary and 1 on Sue.
I've gone for 1 on Carver, 1 on Candy, 1 on Pandora. I've got to stop saying Candy and Pandy because it won't work on camera. 1 on Teddy and 1 on the Sorrow on the far side. So we've both gone for quite even spreads as we go through. I will flash up the schemes on the screen, but just to read them to you, and I'll put markers. We have got Outflank, Search the Ruins, Break Through, Take Prisoner, and Assassinate. So I'll flash up which ones myself and Dave have gone for. We've drawn our control hands and we will show them to you as we activate, and we'll go for the first activation of turn 1, which will be the Neverborn. Okay, starting with me then. This is my control hand, just so you can play along at home. And we are going to start with Baby Cade, the weird baby. He is usually manipulative. He likes to go later, but he's going to go early. He is going to move a mighty 5 inches to this position here, and he is going to attempt to lure Pandora. So it's a stat 7. Looking for a 12, so I need a 5 here. Get a 1, what a phenomenal way to start the game. I am going to cheat in a 7 to make sure it works. Pandora then makes her move action towards Cade, so she's just going to basically move to there to follow him along. And then Baby Cade is going to attempt to use his bonus action, which is Where's Teddy? Where he basically just had a big tantrum and tries to pull Teddy towards him. So we need a 6 for this to go off. We get the Black Joker. Well, at least it's out the way to start the game, but it means Cade's kind of dangling there a little bit now, blocking things off. But c'est la vie, that'll do for my first activation.
Okay, so my first activation this turn, I'm going to go with my Prospector.
Black Joker it. Black Joker
it. I don't need to flip anything to do what I want to do, so that's unlikely.
Never flip cards.
At the start of the Prospector's activation, he's going to be all gnarly and old and dig a big hole in front of him. He gains stunned, but it also means I get another soul stone in my hand, so I'm now up to 2 soul stones. The second actor, his first AP he's going to spend, he's going to take a walk, but obviously he's walking through the dense forest, so it reduces his movement by half. So he's actually going to spend 2 AP to do a double walk to get himself further up the board, and he's going to double walk to this point here.
Awesome. Just as you shimmy, it's worth me saying stunned is going to come up a fair bit. It reduces your ability to use triggers, and also it means bonus actions count towards your AP limit. But it goes at the end of your activation, so you're chill.
Yeah, I'm all good.
Over to me then. I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to do something that definitely doesn't involve cards for the rest of the game now. My card flipping is like my dice rolling. So this Sorrow is going to double move. It's got a move action of 5. It's incorporeal, so it doesn't really care about terrain. It does care about this tree that it's getting caught on though. But it's going to go to there. Not going to declare any bonus actions because nothing is in range. It's just going to hang out behind that blocking terrain.
Okay, for my second activation this turn, I'm going to go with my Convict Gunslinger. So obviously the Convict Gunslinger is activating within 3 inches of the emissary, which means he gets +1 to his movement. So he's going to take a walk of a 6, and then he's going to take a charge of a 6. Obviously the Convict Gunslinger is a bandit, so it does mean he has the run and gun ability. So at the back of his charge, where you would usually have to take a melee action with most models, bandits can actually take a shot action. So he's going to charge, and he's going to have a shot at the woe that's hiding behind that tree.
My poor Sorrow.
Sorry, not that. So he's going to walk and charge.
Now I've got some concealing terrain which would be a negative, but you get a positive to this flip, don't you?
You do indeed. So the Convict Gunslingers have a built-in positive on their attack action. So it means I'm going to flip 2 cards, and I can pick whichever of those 2 cards I want to use during the course of the duel.
But the minus of the concealment would lock it down, so just 1 card. So
just the singular.
You've got stat 5, I've got a defense of 5, so we'll see how we go here. A 1.
Also a mighty 1.
A 5 brings me up to 10, so 5 times, there's no triggers for me to worry about here. Anything you want to cheat, my dear?
So I'm going to cheat in my 12 of RAM. 13 of masks.
Oh, to go for the onslaught.
Go for the onslaught trigger.
That's...
So I'm currently on 18.
So that's a positive flip you're going for here at the moment, because I'm on 10. Oh, decision. Why do you make me use cards? I'm going to also... No, I'm going to let you just hit me. Hit me!
Hit you?
I'm incorporeal, if that helps.
So a positive flip, yeah?
Yes.
So obviously declaring the trigger of the mask, which gives me onslaught, which will let the Convict Gunslinger shoot him once more. So a positive flip. Oh!
Black Joker,
yeah.
Yes! We both got out of the way. I'll take it.
Yeah. So no damage. Black Joker basically means it just whiffs and hits the tree.
This is already the best battle report we've ever recorded. You haven't got your onslaught trigger though.
I have indeed. So we're going to take that shot action again, still with the concealing terrain. So I'm just going to flip the 1 card. And I'm going to flip a 6 of masks this time.
I'm going to flip a 2 of rams.
So that puts me on 11. Can't declare the onslaught trigger again this time because any action generated by a trigger can't declare a trigger. So just the 11.
Because the Black Joker saved me there, you're currently on a negative flip.
Yeah.
So I'm on 7 total. If you want cheating, go for it. But...
I'm not. No. So basically, it's just a negative for the damage. So 1, 2, still gets a moderate, which is 4.
So that'll be reduced to 3 because the sorrow is incorporeal. It does put it down to 2 health though. It really does not appreciate that at all.
A little bit of good shooting there from the Convict Gunslinger.
I mean, well, I kind of gasped with my fortune there. Teddy's going to go next. He would regen at the start of his activation, but he doesn't need to worry about that. He's got a 5-inch move, which he's going to use twice, so he can go 5 inches to here, second time to here. That'll end him just in a Pandora's base width space between the ruins, leaving him there.
So I'm going to activate the man in black himself, Sue. So Sue's again going to do something very similar to the Convict Gunslinger. He's going to take a walk and he's going to take a charge. So he'll get to about here in the end. And again, Sue has run and gun. So that basically means he will then take a shot action at the back of his charge. He doesn't have the onslaught trigger like the Convict Gunslinger, so he's not going to be shooting twice. So he's just going to take 1 shot at the sorrow that's behind that tree there. So
now, we've got interesting things here, because I've got the cover of the tree and concealment. So cover gives you +1 defense against shooting, and puts a negative on the damage flip.
Yeah.
And concealment gives you a negative.
That's right.
But you've got a positive built in. So you're just on a negative flip? Is that correct?
Basically Sue's got a positive built into his gun, so that's going to ignore the negative imposed by the concealment, but you're still going to get the +1 to the defense for the blocking cover.
And the negative from the cover as well?
Yeah, you'll still get the negative.
So many things.
Unfortunately, can't ignore that. It'd be nice though.
So I've got defense of 6 against your stat 5.
Yeah, indeed.
You've got flipping space there, mate.
Shoot.
And I'll flip here. A 2 currently.
To my 11 with a ram.
So I'm on 7 currently. Well, actually, I'm on 8 currently. Oh, that doesn't look particularly nice. What's your total, mate?
16.
16. I think I might cheat in a 12 to go to 17. To go to 18, actually, because I've got +1 defense.
Okay. There's very little I can do about that, so that's going to miss.
Thank God for that. My sorrow is just kind of like Matrix dodging bullets as we go through.
He's incorporeal. Things go through him.
Back to me then. My poltergeist is going to go next. My totem. Now it's a big old incorporeal model, so it's just going to move through this with its 6-inch move. to end there. And for its second AP, it's just going to focus for now. It's my sweeper keeper, I think. It's going to stay at the back and not get busted, because I know what Dave's like and I know what everyone's like. They want to kill the poltergeist straight away. It's sweet.
I'm going to say we're big fans of scary ghost monsters.
It's a good friend. It's a friend to you and I.
Yeah. So we're going to activate with Doc Mitchell next. So Doc Mitchell obviously is the healer of the group. He makes people feel better when they've taken a little bit of damage. So it's important to get him sort of up and around and in with the crew. So he's just going to take a double AP walk this turn. So he's going to walk once, he's going to walk twice, and it's going to end his movement there.
So my Sorrow is going to go next. He is going to make a double move action just behind this little shack here. Not going to use the bonus action, just going to hang out and be spoopy.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Hodgepodge Emissary now. So the fella on his donkey is going to do a little bit of something. The first thing he's going to do, he's basically going to do his action Plenty of Words on Mad Dog Bracket. So Plenty of Words is a healing action, so eventually he would heal Mad Dog, but he's not looking for it to do that this time. He's looking to give it out an upgrade. So he dishes out upgrades to other models to make them a little bit better. So the action is Plenty of Words. It's 6 with a tone built in, and it needs a target number of 12. So that doesn't happen. So we need to see if I've got it in my hand to cheat.
There's a hesitation.
So yeah, there was a little bit. I'm gonna have to cheat a biggish number to get it to happen. So basically, it happens. So he's gonna heal Mad Dog for 1, 2, 3. So even though Mad Dog's on full health, you still have to flip the card to see what happens, and obviously eliminate it from your deck. So he's gonna heal Mad Dog for a 2.
Just gives him a little pat on the back. And
it does, yeah. You can do this, Mad Dog. You've got this. It's all you. But he is going to give Mad Dog basically the Memento upgrade. So basically that gives Mad Dog a companion ability. So at the end of anyone's activation, if they're in their activation within 6 inches of Mad Dog, I can discard a card and Mad Dog can activate straight after it.
Chain activations are nice.
Essentially, yeah. So it just gives me a little bit more control of the board, and I can sort of claim and proceed the order of things, which against Pandora is extremely handy. For his second AP, he's going to take a walk, and he's just going to come about here, and then he's going to use his bonus action, which is a Weary Road. So anywhere within 6 inches, he can push a friendly model 3 inches, and then they drop a scheme marker into base contact with them. So what he's going to do, he's going to push Mad Dog at 3 to basically about here, and then Mad Dog can drop a scheme marker and base contact with himself. Now scheme markers are important to a Parker crew because a lot of the models have basically an ability at the start of their activation. They can pick up any scheme marker, friendly or enemy, to gain fast. 3 AP is always useful.
Really cool as well, the way it kind of shakes down people for their soul stones and their scheme markers. It's brilliant.
Hopefully that will come into it in a little while, and we'll start seeing Parker making people drop markers, picking them up and earning himself a little bit in return.
Over to me then. I think this little tempting bait has kind of pulled Pandora's interest now. So she's going to spend her first AP to walk, which gets her to here. Second AP to walk again, which gets her to here. And this puts her in a relatively interesting position. Pandora kind of wants to be within 6 inches of people so that she can use her mood swings to mess with things. But to start with, she's going to attempt to drop a shockwave. And you can see I've put the marker in between Dave's little crew there. It's a 2-inch marker. So I need a 7 for this to go off. It's a start 6, so I need a 13. So we get an 11. There are no triggers on this currently. So what this will give you, mate, is a willpower 13 joule.
Okay.
And if it is failed, it will give you 2 damage.
Okay.
So it's up to you who you want to start with. This will be Parker, Mad Dog, Emissary, and Doc.
We'll go left to right then. So we'll start with the Emissary. His willpower 6, and we're looking for 13, did you say?
13 indeed.
So that's a 12.
There's going to be a lot of look. This is the thing with Pandora. She's like, do you want to discard all the cards?
Yeah, I'll cheat in.
So he passes.
Yeah, okay. So Doc Mitchell then, who is willpower 4. I need a big number here. Which I get, so he passes. Mad Dog Bracket, willpower 5. Again, pretty big number. So he fails. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I don't want to be taking damage this early, to be honest with you, and I'm not in a position to deal anything back.
Mr. Parker?
Yeah, and then Barrows himself. So he's willpower 6, so he's a little bit higher. He goes to 13.
That's okay.
That's a pass as well.
Get
Everyone passes. Woo!
That's her first thing.
Yeah.
So the shockwave.
And then another thing.
And then another thing that Pandora likes to do, so we'll get this out of the way. She is going to open the box, or the box opens. It's a stat 7 and a toughness of 14, so I need to get a 7 for this to go off, and this is her bonus action. She gets a 4, which is not what we want in life. I am going to cheat in a 13 of rams. So, the box opens. It's a 6-inch pulse, essentially. Enemy models within range must use past a toughness 14 willpower duel, or it's 2 damage.
Should have kept my cards in my hand.
And they gain the stun condition. So this is where... Now it's worth me saying here, Misery, which we'll get used to as we go through these battle reports, it's once per activation. So even though Pandora was within 3 of Mad Dog, Doc, and Emissary, if one of them gets stunned, she can trigger her Misery, which is a 2-inch push or a point of damage. However, she can't do it if 2 of them get stunned because she'll have triggered hers. I need to get the bubble around your crew. But we'll do the first bit, which is a toughness 14. This won't affect Parker, it'll only affect the Emissary, Mad Dog, and the Doc. So toughness 14, mate.
Okay, so against defense or willpower?
Willpower.
So
all of the willpower.
So target number 14, willpower duel. So again, left to right. We'll start with the Emissary, who's willpower 6. He fails with an 11, and I'm nothing to cheat on that.
So that'll be 2 damage. Knocks him down to 8, is that?
So yeah.
And he'll gain the stun condition.
Boo.
I'm going to tell you for free in a second. I'm probably going to use the Misery on him, but I'll let you go with the rest.
Doc Mitchell then, willpower 4. So 13. Is it 14?
Needs a 14.
Ah, so he'll fail as well.
So 2 damage and stunned.
And stunned.
And then Mad Dog.
Oh, we don't like Pandora. I've got visions of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Everyone's face is currently melting off. Mad Dog bracket is 5. And he fails as well, and he is definitely going to fail, unfortunately.
Okay, so Doc Mitchell's down to 2, Mad Dog's down to 8, I believe that is. Now I'm going to ask you a question here for unrelated reasons.
Of course.
You know your marker, do you need to be within 3 of it to be able to get fast?
4, mate.
4.
Sorry, 4. So you can't push me far enough away for it not to be...
What I'm going to do, and I think you can kindly do this for me, mate, if you want.
Sure.
Can you just put the Emissary that way?
Sure.
So I'm going to take the push rather than the damage using my Misery aura.
Okay.
Just to kind of push it further away from the crew for the buffs and things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's Pandora, my master's activation.
So we're going to activate the Midnight Snorker now.
Midnight Snorker?
The Midnight Snorker.
Let's go for a snorkeling session.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that even means. But yeah, we're going to go with the Midnight Stalker. So the Midnight Stalker basically has a bonus action, which is a leap, which is a really good action in Malifaux to get you really good board position. So basically he takes a 6-inch place, and it is a bonus action, so it's a free move if it goes off. The only thing is you have to flip for it. So the stat is a 6, and it requires a 10 with a mask. So if he doesn't get at least the 3 of the masks from flip, he would have to either not do the action or I'd cheat it from my hand. So basically we're going to try and do his leap, which fails.
No mask.
Sadly, I do not have the mask in my hand. So that essentially means the Midnight Stalker is just going to have to double walk this turn. So he's going to double walk, he's going to get himself to here. And that would be the end of his activation, which is unfortunate because if the Midnight Stalker starts his activation on the opponent's half of the board, he gets fast at the start of his activation. So he's not quite there yet. Next turn though.
Carvey Dent, then, as he's affectionately known, will either do something amazing in this game or he will just suck. So he's going to double move just to give himself the best chance of doing something cool. Which gets him to there, which is conveniently within 8 inches of Midnight Stalker. We get to use one of our crew abilities for the woes, which is Glimpse of Insanity. So it's an 8-inch range willpower duel aiming to give the target stunned. So he's aiming against the Midnight Stalker. So it's an opposed duel, so we both flip. I've got a stat 6, you've got a willpower of 5.
5.
So, that takes me to 18.
Yeah, I've not got enough. So I'd be cheating first as being on the lower of the 2 dual totals, but I'm not.
Okay.
So no cheats from me, so I'm going to take the stun.
So that will give you stunned. However, the Midnight Stalker is within 6 inches of the Sorrow, meaning that I can activate the Sorrow's Misery. I think I'm just going to give you the point of damage rather than the 2-inch push. So Midnight Stalker's going to take a point, which knocks him down to 6 health, I believe that is, mate.
Is indeed.
And that'll do for Carver.
So my activation, I'm going to activate the Master Parker Barrows. He's going to do a little bit of shooting, see if he can whittle down some health on some of these models. So his first action, he's going to take a walk. His second action, he's going to take a charge. So like the bandits, again on the back of the charge, he can take his run and gun action. So he's going to take a shot and he's going to target Carver. He has got a built-in positive to the gun. So I'm going to flip 2. And I'm going to choose which of the 2 I want to use.
This is against my defense, mate?
Yeah, terrifying first though, isn't he? He's a scary looking chap with his fucking head. So it's terrifying 11, so I'm going to use Parker's willpower stat, which is 6. So let's see if that passes. No.
Terrifying's great at this stage.
Yeah, terrifying's really good because that's going to stop Parker from shooting him. Parker, the king of the bandits, is quivering in a mess.
I mean, to be fair, he's the spooky boy near a graveyard.
He is.
You don't really want to be messing with that.
There's another good little ghost chap next to him as well. So you can see where the intimidation is coming from.
You blast him again in the face.
He's going to try and blast him again in the face this time. So again, stat 5 against your defense.
Terrifying 11.
Terrifying 11 first. Come on. Hey, works that time. So basically a positive flip. So I'm going to flip 2. 1.
And this is my defense and flip.
2, it is indeed.
I'm up to 10 with that.
So I'm going to be on 14.
Ooh, any triggers?
So I've got a reposition trigger, which means Parker can move 3 inches after the action resolves if I wanted to.
Decisions. I think I am going to cheat in here as much as I really don't want to. I'm going to cheat in the 13, which takes me to 10.
So that makes him miss.
18.
So Parker's going to cheat as well, but I'm going to cheat down. So I'm going to put a tome into the mix. So Parker has a trigger on his ability called Highway Robbery. So basically if there is a toe in any of Parker's dual totals, it immediately makes the enemy model drop a ski marker. So you have to drop a ski marker in line of sight to Parker
So I can't put it behind Carver.
You can't. It has to be in line of sight.
I will place one of my beautiful custom meeple tokens there.
Fantastic. So obviously Parker's crew utilises both enemy and friendly ski markers quite a lot during the course of play.
Lovely.
Over to the wee girl there. I say the wee girl, she's like a horrendous nightmare thing in a girl's form. Candy's going to go. She's quite far out of the action here. I've just been lamenting Carver not being Hinamatsu to Laura. But essentially she can double move herself to there with her 5-inch move, taking a 10. Within 8 inches of Parker Barrows, she's going to attempt to use the Glimpse of Insanity as well. Now, Candy's is quite good in the sense that she's got some nice triggers to go with this, but we'll see how she does. Stat 6 versus your willpower 6. You can flip there, mate. I'll flip him. So, 8.
Oh, red joker. That's gonna miss.
That's not going to work. I mean, it does have a trigger. Target suffers 2 damage against fast, but it would have to hit to do that. So that's Candy done.
Yeah, that's come back.
That'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So we're going to go with my last model of the turn. We're going to activate Mad Dog Bracket. He's a truck, he runs, he shoots things and generally hurts stuff. So at the start of his activation, he's going to kick in with one of the bandit abilities, which is Life of Crime. So at the start of his activation, he can remove any ski marker within 4 inches of him to gain fast. So I'm going to remove this ski marker and he's going to gain the fast condition.
So at this point I do my Yu-Gi-Oh! You've triggered my trap card. So I'm going to use Misery on Pandora. She's got any condition to trigger her Misery within 6. She's going to declare a 2-inch push rather than point of damage, and we're going to push Mad Dog to where that base is there, which means he's kind of overlapping Doc's base, so he can't just barrel into what he's planning to do.
So Mad Dog's going to move back from the push from Pandora first and foremost.
Still got the fast though, I can't take it.
Still got the fast. So he's still going to shoot you twice, in theory, if you can get around the terrifying. So he's going to take a move, and then he's going to take a charge, and he's going to charge into here. He's going to stay nice and clear of Candy and her horribleness. And he's going to have a shot at the Carver.
Yes, this is your second AP going into this shot because you've got run and gun.
That's correct.
You're going with your Chesterfield shotgun, is it?
It is indeed,
So
yeah.
this is stat 6 going against my defense of 5 on Carver, but I am terrifying 11.
So good stats, good triggers usually, but he is stunned, so that's not going to pan out as we would like.
So you've got a willpower of 5, so you need a 6 here on this flip.
Come on, cards. Great.
That's it.
So he passes the terrifying. Is that the first terrifying test I've passed?
That
this
is
game?
the first one so far.
Awesome.
So yeah, you've got stat 6, I've got stat 5.
Yep, so against your defense,
I'm up to 13, I believe.
With a 9 for me. And that first shot is going to fail. So this is what happens when you cheat all of your good cards at the start of your activation and end up with nothing.
I mean, you're still fast though, so you've got another.
Yes, so you can still take another pop at the carver with his 3rd AP. So again, stat 6 against your defense.
Terrifying 11 first.
Terrifying 11 first. So yeah, so that's fine. Terrifying 11's a 9, but these cards are nice and confusing.
I like the ebb and flow of your voices. It's going between the terrifying. Yeah. So you flip against my defense. Got a defense of 5 again. That is 11.
To my 14 this time.
Go for it. I'm all right.
So this. 11 to 14 is a single negative. Obviously, you can't declare any triggers. So a single negative for the damage is 1, 2. So it's just going to be a weak damage, which is not a bad 3 for Mad
3 damage.
He does pump out and blast as well after he does damage.
He does. I think I'm out of range.
I don't think.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, Candy's nice and clear of that blast damage this time.
But that puts Carver down to 7, and Adol will be thankful that his stun goes away now.
Yay!
And we'll go to the end of turn and we'll tidy up. And this is the picture as we end the first turn, going into the second turn, and yeah, we're both gunning for each other quite a lot. We've said we're surprised at how aggressively we've just gone.
Yeah, I mean, the aggressive play from Pandora has really caught me out. I was expecting to sort of move around the board a little bit, keep you a little bit more at arm's length, but you've got on top of me pretty quickly in that turn. Terrifying hurt me that turn. I think Terrifying was really difficult from the few shots that I got off to get past. But as we said, because I cheated cards out of my hand very early in the turn to try and kill a model, it cost me in the latter end of the turn.
Yeah, it is a pain. So we have tidied everything up. Obviously nothing to score because this is turn 1. So as we go into turn 2, we've both drawn our cards. We both stoned because we weren't happy with our cards, and then we flipped initiative, both flipping a 3. So we reflipped, and I have won the initiative and chosen to go first. So we'll go to the first activation of turn 2, which will be the Neverborn.
And this is where we have to think about not just killing each other and acting.
I've just said that. I've just had to give myself a pep talk of like, Tom, don't just kill everything, score points. So we'll see how we go this turn. So I'm going to start then. I'm going to go with the Pandora activation. She's going to walk through the gate, and we've pre-measured it gets her to this position here, where she's just moseying around. She's within 6 inches of Parker, Mad Dog, and the Doc, so she's going to try and open the box to start with. Because Parker and Mad Dog aren't stunned yet, I would like them to be stunned in an ideal world. I'd appreciate that.
It doesn't hurt, does it?
So I need a 7 for this. No, I need a 7 for this to go off. Get a 9, so it does. So this is her bonus action. So it's a toughness 14 willpower duel, or the targets will suffer 2 damage and stunned. So the Doctor, even though he's got stunned, will still have to take the willpower test, otherwise he'll take the 2 damage and explode.
So basically the Doc's then going to go again left to right. So starting with the Doc, has willpower 5, so I need at least a 9. Hey!
He's okay.
Doc's all good. Mad Dog bracket, willpower 5, so again needing at least a 9. He fails.
He does not appreciate it.
He does not appreciate that. He is scared of what is in the box. But we will cheat.
So
9 in, so he passed that. And then Mr. Parker Barrows, again, he's got a slightly higher willpower at 6, so he needs at least an 8. Which he passes
as well. Right.
So nobody's worried about the box.
That's okay. It's more of a card draining thing. I mean, you've had to cheat once.
Yeah, exactly.
So she's got 2 AP left. The question is now, does she start attacking people to get off their damage, or does she start using the shockwave? And Mad Dog's definitely looking like the tasty target here. He's on, 8 health?
Yeah, 8 health. I've still got a soul stone in my hand,
yeah,
so he is a henchman. He can stone the damage should he so wish. Mad Dog has got grit, aggressive. So if you take Mad Dog below half health, his attack actions actually get a positive flip.
Ooh, that is really good. I think I'm going to drop the shockwave down to start with. I think just because of the sake of making life easy for myself. Having lost the shockwave marker, we'll just use this one. I'm going to pop it there. So within 2 inches of these 2. I need a 7 for it to go off. So the shockwave is called Fear's Given Form. It's stat 6, toughness 13. Gets the 7, which is what I need. The maths is not my strong suit with this game. So it's a willpower 13 duel, Otherwise, it is 2 damage. There's no triggers for me to declare. So you've got Doc and Mad Dog.
So willpower 13 on the Doc, so we would need at least a 9, which he gets.
He's all right.
Yeah, go Doc. He's sticking around this turn. Again, Mad Dog also needs his willpower 5, so he'd need an 8, which he gets as well. He gets
as well. All right, we're still draining cards.
Yay!
That's what we're going for here. Finally, I think she is going to go with her main attack, shall we call it, which is the Self-Loathing Attack. Now, this is a 10-inch range. It's not a shooting attack. It's just a 10-inch range ability. And this will allow her, basically, I say she makes someone shoot themselves. It's not really how that works. It's more of she gains the profile of the attack action, and the difference is based on our flip. So, we're going to try it on Mad Dog. We're going to go with are we going to try Mad Dog, or we're going to try it on Parker? I'm going to have a quick think and I'll cut back. And after some deep-seated thinking, I've had a tactical look at my hand, which looks like this turn. And I'm going to use an ability I've never used before with Pandora. I'm going to use Despair's Influence. So I have to discard a card. So I'm going to discard the 6 of masks, and I'm going to put it above my discard deck so I remember I've done it. And I get to push a friendly woe within 10 inches, 3 inches. So Candy is going to be pushed 3 inches to this position here. And she then, Candy, is able to use that mask in her final duel totals until the end of the turn. It also puts her within 4 inches of Mad Dog for her sneaky stunned abilities that might come into play shortly.
So my first activation this turn, I was going to activate Doc Mitchell, who was going to run over and start healing Mad Dog a little bit of the damage that he suffered. But Tom, with one of his wonderful abilities, within 6 inches of Pandora, if a model activates, Tom can discard a card and then basically pick which of my models activates.
Yeah, within line of sight, so it's her mood swings ability. So if someone activates in a 6, she can look at someone else and go, you go. So I've pitched my 8 of masks and I've chosen Midnight Stalker.
Which is really not the most ideal situation for me, because Midnight Stalker is manipulative. So before he activates, anything that targets him has a negative to the duel. So by going early, it puts him in a pretty precarious situation. So we're going to activate then the Midnight Stalker at Tom's behest. This is my hand for this turn. And the Midnight Stalker, basically, the first action he's going to do, even though he's stunned, he's going to do his bonus action, which is going to cost him 1 of his AP. So he's going to try and take a leap, and it's a 7. It needs at least a 10 of a mask, and so I need to flip the mask within the duel. No worries. So this is what we're going to flip, which is an 8 of crows. So the number's enough, but it doesn't have the mask that I require. So we'll cheat in a 6 of masks, which does have it, which means the Midnight Stalker is going to take a leap. So that's basically a 6-inch place, and he's going to move himself forward to there. For his second AP this turn, so he isn't fast this turn because he wasn't on the start, on Tom's half of the board at the start of his activation, so he's only got the 2 AP. So 1 AP spent for his second AP as well. He's going to take a walk. And basically that's the Midnight Stalker. So what he's going to try and do is get in towards that backfield and start scoring me some points with those bombs that he's got in his hand. And that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, stun condition will go, so up to me.
To me then, Carver is going to go. Let's see what Carver can do. Let's see if he can earn his money. He's going to move 5 to there, and then he's going to charge to this pre-mark position here, into Mad Dog, but just within 1 inch of Parker, which I'll double check in a second, but it means I won't be quite within base contact with Mad Dog. It means I'm just outside of 1 inch, just inside of 1 inch of Parker. So I'm going to try and use my shears, which is a stat 7 attack versus your defense on this charge. So Mad Dog has got defense of 6. I've got a built-in ram to this, which would be the crit strike. So I flip my black joker
to a 7.
My black joker. Screw you card.
I'm not going to complain about that.
That takes me to 8, but no, I'm all right there.
What were you saying about dice not being your friend?
It's just
pretty sure cards aren't either, Tom.
Carver's getting replaced. Right, so Carver's then going to try and glimpse of Insanity Parker Barrows to try and pull him in within 4 inches of Candy for reasons. So it's a stat 6 against your willpower of 6, I think.
It is indeed.
So, 13.
17 for me.
Anything from you, mate?
Nothing I could cheat could take me to be on there.
Okay. So Parker will gain the stun condition. I'll trigger the misery off Carver because he's also got misery. And I'm just going to push, in fact, I'm going to push Parker right into base contact there, which should bring him within 4 inches of Candy. At least he did something.
He did something. Yeah. He's
the shock.
Some advantage. Yeah, the melee attack missing here. So for my second activation, this time I am going to activate Doc Mitchell.
Screw you with your mood swings.
Yeah. Tom has graciously let me activate Doc Mitchell this turn.
Play with the toys.
Yeah. So Doc Mitchell's going to take a slight move to come within 2 inches of Mad Dog. And then he's going to try and do some emergency surgery. So basically it's a healing ability, stat 5 with a target number of 10. The target will heal 1, 2, 3. There is a trigger on it, but obviously Doc is currently stunned, so no triggers this time. So stat 5 needs a 10. Fails.
It's a 3 currently, I think for cheaty purposes.
How much do I want to? Yeah, it's... How much do I want to heal him? I think it's worthwhile me healing him so he's still on full health. I know he gets sort of the positives to the attack when he's at half health, but I'd rather not go below half health on turn 2. Yeah. So we will cheat him. So we'll cheat it up to the 10 so I meet the target number. So straight flip, it's going to heal him for 1, 2, 3. So it's going to heal him for 2 damage, which takes him back to full health. He's now on 10.
It's worth me saying that Carver actually healed a HP, I realised afterwards, because he's got Feed on Fear, because of Dreamer shenanigans. He's able to heal 1, so he's back up to, I think, 8 now. We're going with this Sorrow, because he's not long for this world. Well, again, he's not long for the world anyway.
No. Can you die once more once you're already dead?
It's going to move to there for 1 AP. It's going to spend its second one to pop this bomb down, because if it doesn't, then... it's bad times. I'm actually going to put it like just behind the wall there, essentially.
Ooh, sneaky.
Sneaky tactics.
Yeah, have a little bit of wall.
I'm within 4 of this blokey now, which will be good for leech life reasons, but I'm going to try and Glimpse of Insanity Sue. Now, unfortunately, this is only a stat 5 versus your willpower.
Okay.
So
willpower 6 for Sue.
Stat 5.
Strong will.
We got to 9.
To my 18.
That won't really do.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to cheat against that.
That'll do.
Okay, so my next activation, I'm going to go with the Convict Gunslinger. He starts his activation within 4 inch of the Sorrow, so that means Leech Life will kick in. He'll take a point of damage.
And back up to 3.
And the Sorrow will
just
heal
takes a little bit
a little bit more, so it makes me have to put a little bit more effort in to try and kill him. But we'll see what happens. So, start of his activation, then he will take his bonus action first and foremost. So his bonus action is Chain Gang, which is a really useful little action. So basically it means he targets another friendly model, and that model moves forward 3 inches. So he'll basically budge Sue a little bit forward into base contact with him. And then he himself can move up to 3 inches, but they still need to be at least within 3 inches of one another like that. So that's his bonus action done. And then the Convict Gunslinger is then going to take his charge, just to be within outside of 1 inch of the actual Sorrow, so he can still do, well, it doesn't matter because he's got gunfire, so he can be engaged and still shoot you if he so wants.
So you're just staying outside of 1 inch though?
Just outside of 1 inch. I don't fancy being engaged by the Sorrow just at this moment in time. So he's going to take a shot. From his shot, basically he's going to have positive built in. It's a stat 5 against the Sorrow's defense.
Which is 5.
Positive flips for me. So 1.
Oh, it's a 1 for me currently.
2. So I'm currently on 15 with a mask, which is my onslaught trigger.
I'm currently on 6, which is not good. I'm going to cheat in a 13 to take me to 18 currently.
Okay. So I've got a really tricky situation here now because I want something to happen that may be beneficial to me, because this is basically how I'm going to get a bomb down this turn, I think. So, I am going to cheat, and I don't know if this is right or wrong.
Pause the video now.
Someone can sort of slander me in the comments for using or spending this. We're all new here, relatively anyway. So I'm going to cheat a Red Joker, which will put him on 19, but I'm going to declare the suit as the Tome for drop it. So 19 to your Maths, Tom, maths,
18.
maths.
18.
18.
So,
So it's single negative flip. So it's doing 2, 4, 5 damage.
You can do a weak here, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll do my best for you. So 1, so yeah, there you go. So it's the weak of a 2, so it does 2 damage.
Down to 1 because I'm incorporeal, but you make me drop a marker.
I do make you drop a marker,
And
which is
within line of
what I was
sight
looking
of
for.
you.
Yeah, so it has to be within the line of sight of the gunslinger.
I'm going to pop it there so you can see it. Is that legit placement?
Yeah, as long as I can see it, that's fine.
And you've still got an action point now, mate.
I have indeed. So we will try and shoot him again.
Okay.
So for the second AP of his turn, he's going to try and shoot him. So it's again, positive flips, 5 against your defense once more.
6 again.
To my 13 this time.
I'm going to...
Again, masks, so I do have onslaught if need be.
I'm going to cheat in to make it a 14 to make you discard a card.
To make me discard a card.
Should you so wish.
Should I so wish to discard a card to make it hit? I think it is beneficial for me to kill it, and I was already activated this turn, so it's not going to give me any more activation control. But yeah, we will. Let me see. What I got?
So I'm on 14 currently. So if you flip a weak on the damage, it lives.
So you're on 14.
Yes.
To my.
Less.
So I would
13.
need at least. Maths 14. I need at least 9. I can't
20,
get it to a straight flip. So that's going to be a pain in the bum. So we'll cheat in an 11.
Okay.
Of masks to put me on a 16.
This makes you a negative flip him.
It does make me a negative flip, but it gives me the onslaught trigger. So
Yes.
he's going to shoot him again. So if this doesn't work, the next
you
shot
definitely should.
may.
Yeah, you should.
I'd like to be able to kill him,
Barmy flipping in ones again.
but I would like to be able to kill him.
So you got negative damage flip.
Negative damage flip, so I'm going to flip 2 and I'm going to pick the lowest. Yeah, so there it is, that weak again
Down
for
to
another
1.
2 damage.
It's on
Down to
1
1.
health. It's all the AP in the world.
Yeah, this is taking a lot of effort to kill
Onslaught
him.
then. Go for it.
Yeah, so the onslaught then, positive flip once more. Not as good this time.
Oh
Puts me
my
on a
God.
10. Not as good from you either.
A 6. I am going to cheat because I think keeping this alive is an annoyance and it wastes it.
It will be irksome.
So I'm going to go up to 14.
14. Tom.
I love you.
Tom,
Remember, I
you're
love
making
you.
me use all my cards, man.
Also, just blast him off the board.
Yeah, but I may want Sue to do other
Other
things, unfortunately. So we will cheat in to
Okay.
make it hit. So it's a 17 for me.
You've not seen your Black Joker yet, have you?
I have not.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, if I flip a black joker now on a single negative,
We'll cry.
it will stay in, and I will shed a single tear. Doesn't happen, and the
severe.
big cards come out on that last one, which is not when I needed them. So he will kill it.
Blast it off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I think that's you done.
I think that is the end of my activation. Yeah, that's right.
My poltergeist then is going to double move. It's incorporeal, so it cares not for these beautiful barricades. It's just there to be an inconvenience, really. It's going to keep hold of its focus for now, because I feel like it might need it in case the Midnight Stalker does not appreciate its rubbish. And it's going to try and glimpse of insanity. So it is a stat 5 versus your willpower, which is 5.
I'm also.
Currently on 13.
It's my 16.
That's fine.
That's fine. You
Nothing
can live
happens.
with that.
My totem will chill.
Okay, so my stunned hodgepodge emissary is going to go. With him being stunned, it sort of limits his options somewhat in what he can do, because he obviously needs his triggers to be able to give things out. So he's going to do something a little bit different, and he's going to take a move first and foremost. So he's going to walk to here, still keeping 6 inches away from Pandora and her auras of doom, but being within 6 inches of Mad Dog Bracket. So what he's going to do, he's going to try and Weary Road Mad Dog Bracket. So nothing to flip, it just happens. So he targets a friendly model within 6, Mad Dog in this case, and Mad Dog gets a push of a 3, which is going to bring him further back and out and away from all that chaos. And when he pushes, he drops a scheme marker into base contact with himself. Ooh. I'll stop throwing things at my models, that would help. And he's going to go there, in fact. He's going to push a little further out, because he's still got a little bit left
Run away from Pandora.
to stay outside of Pandora's bubble of doom.
over to the wee baby Cade then. He's going to go. I'm going to move just to this position here. And I'm going to attempt to lure your convict, your gunslinger man. Now we've said that the terrain for the fences is concealing but climbable because it's a fence at the end of the day. I'm just within 12 inches or so of you, so I'm going to use my stat 7 lure, but I'm on a negative flip because of your concealment. You've got some flipping space there, mate.
Sure.
So I'm going to flip 2 cards. I'm on stat 7 versus your willpower of...
It's 5. So
Red Joker!
Does the convict gunslinger have a sense of parental responsibility?
So the red
Joker.
The red Joker in 11. So I'm going to have the red Joker be a delay trigger, which means the target gains slow.
Okay.
And he will simply move 5 inches. Now he can't go particularly far because he's about 3 inches away from the fence, and it's going to take 2 to go over. So he'll essentially go there.
Yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah.
Hopping over the fence.
And he gains slow for his next activation, which is less than ideal again. But if he picks up a marker, he's fast.
He's all right. So
what happens?
Baby Cade's then going to try and where's Teddy? So within 10 inches, stat 6, needing a 6. Get a 12. That'll do. Teddy walks into base contact with Cade. I mean, I can walk over him, but I can't. So I'll just go to there.
So and Teddy comes bumbling along behind.
They both heal 2, which they don't need to, and then I can place Cade anywhere within base contact of Teddy. I think Cade is probably okay right behind, just using Teddy as a meat shield for now.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that'll do for him.
So we're going to activate Sue now. So the Johnny Cash wannabe is going to try and do some sweet, sweet music. He's going to try and walk the line on the Convict Gunslinger. So basically this is going to push the Convict Gunslinger 6 inches.
Away from the scary Teddy.
Away from the scary Teddy, who's ominously close and is filling me with all manner of worry. So it's 5, target number's 11.
It's a 1.
Which doesn't basically happen now as a 1, but we will cheat it in to make it happen. So that's me with no cards in my hand, which is a really precarious position to be in at this stage of the
turn. All my execute triggers have gone, you're alright.
That's fine then. So essentially he's going to push back, and he's going to push back right to the tippy edge of the board. There was a mask in it, which isn't a trigger that's of use to me. So he has got a tome trigger on that lets me remove all scrap scheme quartz markers within range. But that isn't going to be an issue here. For Sue's second action, he's basically going to... So how far away are we from that big old teddy bear? So he's in good range. So basically Sue's going to say slide charge, and he's going to come this way somewhat, which is a push, and then he's going to target the teddy with a shot action.
Okay.
Are we all right with that? Concealing?
I'm terrifying 11 to start with.
Oh, scary. So terrifying 11 teddy bear, which Sue passes.
Okay. And then concealing is a negative flip.
So negative flip, but Sue does have a positive built into his gun.
So straight flip.
So it's going to be a straight flip for me.
Against my defense.
Yep. So that's a 6 and 5, 11 for me.
I'm up to 9. Have you got any triggers you're declaring?
I will declare the positive, the built-in trigger. So there's a ram built into his shot action, which is the crit strike trigger. So it puts each.
So you're currently on a negative flip.
I am on a neg.
I'll take it.
You're going to take the negative flip. So I'm going to flip 2, and I'm going to pick the lowest. So 1, 2, a respectable moderate for 3, plus the additional damage for the critical strike.
4.
Puts it on a 4.
It'll go back down to 3 because I've got armor 1. So it puts me on 7 health.
Yeah, and that's Sue done, and it gets them both a little bit out of the way of the teddy bear for now. I forgot something. Sue is going to declare his bonus action as well. So all Sue's bonus actions tend to be Johnny Cash themed. So he's going to do his Ring of Fire. So basically it puts a 3-inch aura up around him, and until the end phase, other models treat the area within 3 inches as burning +1. So basically if anyone does anything within 3 inches of Sue, they're going to get a burning on the back of it. Which is
fur.
That's right. So if that teddy comes strolling towards me, but I do need to hit it with no cards in my hand. So it's 5 and needs a 10. It happens.
Gets a 7.
So Sue has the Ring of Fire aura up. He'll also hit the Rising Flame trigger. So any models within 3 inches of this model suffer 1 damage and gain burning 1. Not so much of an issue because no one's within 3 inches of it. That teaches you to read the trigger first.
Good times. Well, I don't appreciate this one bit at all. I mean, you know, running the prey away is never good.
Yep.
So Teddy's going to move 5 to there. There's a temptation to drop another bomb, but I think he just gets stuck in. So he's going to declare a charge, which will move him to about there, which we've measured is just within 2, and within 2 there. Happy with that?
Yep.
Because we did measure it before and I wasn't anywhere near it. Now I just realised I could put it somewhere better. So I'm going to target the convict that you've got there. So Teddy is going to, he's already healed 1 because of his regeneration ability. He's going to go with some heavy claws. So it is stat 6 with an inbuilt crow.
Yep.
Against your defence, mate.
So he's going to take a burning 1.
He is going to take a burning 1.
3 inches.
He doesn't appreciate that.
No.
So stat 6, I'm going to flip a, I'm up to a 9 currently.
2 for me against defence. I'm currently on 7.
So nothing for you to cheat.
Nothing to cheat, nothing in my hand.
So it'll be a negative flip looking for damage here. So we get a severe followed by a moderate. A moderate will be 4 damage.
Ouch.
That puts him on.
Takes him down to just 2 wounds remaining.
I'm going to discard my last card, so we're both out of cards from our hand.
That's good.
It's a flurry.
That means we're both relying on the deck now for the rest of the turn.
So again, heavy claws, stat 6 against your defence.
Yep, gonna get another burning.
I'm on to an 17.
To my 12. This could be the end of
that's
the
a straight flip.
Gunslinger.
I'm going to declare the trigger swallow you whole. After killing, the target doesn't drop any markers and this model heals 1, 2, 3.
Ah, come on.
So it's a straight flip for the damage, which is a moderate, which is 4 damage.
More than enough to kill him.
And then the swallow you whole, I'm going to flip. It'll be a 1, 2, or 3. I heal 1. So I go back up to 9 health. You don't drop any corpse markers, which is absolutely fine. Teddy's on 2 burning, we'll get an extra 1 there. And I don't think I need to use any bonuses. So well done, Super Ted.
Okay, so we're going to activate my Prospector, who's nicely hiding here in the woods. The first thing the Prospector is going to do, is the first thing he always does, is he's going to gain stunned, which would basically get me another Soulstone back into my Soulstone pool. He's then going to take a slight walk, so he's going to just come...
It's the problem with these woods, trying to orient...
A little bit of woods, so he's just going to come literally towards the end of the woods here, still within the woods, so he's still going to get the benefits of the cover of the woods that are causing him. He is then going to try and do I've struck a Soulstone on the Kyber model. So he's going to try and entice Kyber over towards him with the lure of a Soulstone.
So is this an attack action or a tactical action?
It's an attack action.
Yep, so Terrifying 11.
So he's going to make a Terrifying 11 test first, which he's going to pass with his mighty willpower of 5. So no, he isn't. And he's going to fail, and that is going to be the end of the Prospector's activation, and it is not going to pan out the way I hoped it would.
Over to me then. This Sorrow over here is just going to come right. I don't even want to get stuck into the Midnight Stalker, so I'm going to go to about here, which is within 8. My Poltergeist is just outside of 2, so this is going to be a regular flip. I'm looking for a Glimpse of Insanity, which is stat 5 versus your willpower. Up to 15.
Yep, that's definitely going to do it.
So that will give him the stunned condition. It will trigger Misery on the Poltergeist, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push you 2 inches so that you are within an inch of the Poltergeist, so you're being engaged by it. And that'll do for the Sorrow.
So we're going to activate Parker Barrows now. My master's going to try his luck and see what he can do. He's basically just going to stand where he is and shoot at Kyber, I think. I think his options are somewhat limited.
Yeah, you're not too bad in terms of Candy's issues, because you would gain stunned and discard a card from her innocentiness, but you're okay. So Terrifying 11 to hit Carver. Bear in mind, every time you fail this, Feed on Fear will trigger.
Ooh,
heal health.
You kept that one stum. So Terrifying 11 against Kyber. Parker has a lovely willpower 6, and that definitely fails on that first attempt.
So I will heal 1 and go to 9.
Oh, why do I get the feeling we're just going to start racking his wounds back up at this point? I think I might change tact.
That's fair.
I think Parker is basically going to try and disengage from Carpet at this point.
Okay, so I get to make an attack against you.
That's right.
Stat 7.
Against my defense.
I'm going to leave the stunned on you because I want to reduce the action economy. Oh!
No!
20?
To my less than 20. So 6, 7 for me, which means you're at a positive flip.
And reducing 246.
To 246, yeah. So
all these good cards that Candy could have used.
So you're going to hit 2 weaks. Moderate.
Moderate, so I take 4 inches away. What's Parker's move?
Sorry, Parker is a move.
Is he 5?
5.
So you're still going to be within Carver's melee range because we're base to base.
Oh, no way. So he's just going to move a little bit. I don't even know what to do with him now.
This is what the Pandora player loves to hear. It's
you're feeding on my fear. Yeah, my misery, and it's
appropriately named.
It's luckily you're a nice human being.
Not well played.
I could be going home soured and.
1 action left.
1 action left. Okay, 1 action left for Parker Barrows. What is he gonna do?
Shoot something in the face.
Is he gonna shoot something in the face, or is he gonna try and do something else? He's gonna basically he'll try and stick up Carver. I think. So basically, you can't target the same model more than once per activation. It's an enemy only. So basically, it's a willpower duel. Willpower 6 against your willpower.
This could really hurt him.
And then basically reduce damage so that. So
this does 4 damage.
That's right. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
And I'd have to discard 2 cards to reduce it by 2
each time.
Cards.
Yes.
However, willpower test for you, mate, because I'm terrifying 11.
Oh, it's another attack action. So willpower test first and foremost.
Pass it.
Passes.
And then it's your stat 6 versus my willpower 6.
Okay.
So we're both straight flipping here.
8 for me.
Oh, 11 for me. That's going to be 4 damage.
So that's going to be 4 damage. Don't hit the trigger though, so I'm not going to take a soul stone off you, which is...
Do you know what? I'm going to spend a soul stone to try and reduce that damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Knocks me down to 3 soul stones, so I'm going to flip. I reduce it by 1, so I take 3 damage.
So that could have been worse, because I still made you spend a soul stone, even though it didn't get me one.
Plus me on 6 health. You've done a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, so that was okay, I think, after sort of putting me on the back foot for most of Parker's activation.
And the stun will go.
And the stun will go.
I'll go back to me. Right, big final activations then. Candy is going to go. She, if you remember, is adding a mask to each of her abilities because of Pandora's ability early on. She's within 10 and within 8 of Yaban Mad Dog. So I'm going to attempt to Glimpse of Insanity him. So it's a stat 6 bonus action against your willpower. I think you've got flipping space there, mate. So you've got a willpower 6, haven't you?
He has.
So basically a straight flip. 12.
It's my 8, so I'm on 14.
So that's okay. You're fine there.
Could have been worse.
Then I'm going to try and self-loathing him. So Candy's got the same ability as Pandora. It's a stat 6 versus your willpower. And we'll see how we go. So, 12.
Not 12. So it's only a 6 for me.
And I'm on 12, so this is going to be a regular flip.
Straight, yeah. Straight flip. I'm going to have to shuffle.
The mask trigger isn't going to do anything here because you'd have to have stun to do the +1 damage. I'm going to take his Chesterfield shotgun ability, which is min 3 damage with blast. So I'm going to see what damage I flip. I flip moderate, and I'm going to put the blast marker, as you might expect, there.
Okay.
So, Mad Dog would be taking 4 damage. Do you want a stone?
I will indeed spend a soul stone for that.
As you've just thoroughly shuffled there.
Yeah, so basically his soul stone will mitigate 2 of that 4 damage.
So he'll take 2.
He'll take 2.
Back down to 8. Doc Mitchell, though, will take 4 damage.
It's a step down, isn't it? So he'll be taking 3.
I got moderate for you.
Yep, so moderate's 4.
Yeah.
And then obviously the blast marker steps it down.
Does it reduce it by
yeah, so basically blast markers always step the damage down.
So 3 damage.
So it's still enough to kill in mind.
Do you want to put a corpse marker down just in case?
Yeah, we will indeed.
I mean, I'll take that. It's a good blast.
Yeah, it's a good blast, and it means you. So he isn't the most useful model on the world on the board, but the fact that you've now stopped me drawing 7 cards in my hand
is always
at
good.
the start of the turn is brilliant.
Emissary will take 3 damage.
Wait,
within the blast.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is.
Is he? No. Come on. Yeah, so an emissary will also take the 3.
Takes him down to 5 health. Now, interestingly, the thing that I didn't want to happen is you've now shuffled up to a fresh deck.
Yes.
Which has got all your severes and good stuff in.
It has indeed.
So Candy's going to attack Mad Dog again with another self-loathing. So stat 6 versus your willpower. 8.
Better from me this time, so 11.
Yeah, that fresh deck might be quite painful with Mad Dog going next. But that'll do for Candy.
So my last activation this turn. So essentially,
big activation.
I was weighing it out basically for Candy to activate, so she loses that manipulative ability, which puts me on negatives. Which again,
I should have moved her rather than being greedy for that activation.
So Mad Dog's gonna go. The first thing Mad Dog's gonna do, like all good bandits, is he's gonna remove that marker at the start of the activation, so he gains fast.
That will trigger Pandora's misery. She will give you a point of damage to knock you down to 7. Just because.
Just because?
Just because she's...
Just because you can. So Mad Dog basically now has 3 AP.
3 shotgun blasts.
3 shotgun blasts, with the blasts as well. So this could be... It's going to target Candy.
I'm at the whim of my... We're both at the whim of our decks here.
We are, but I have just shuffled my deck brand new. Yes. So I could be in for an advantage here, knowing what Tom's already flipped this turn. So... Mad Dog's gonna try and shoot Candy first and foremost. So it's a stat 6 against her defense of
5.
So first attack is a 10 from me.
15 for me.
So that misses because obviously I have nothing to shoot in my hand. Maybe I should have focused first before I took the shot.
I mean, you can still do it now.
I could, but I think I'd rather still have 2 shots.
Just go with the weight of numbers.
Yeah. So again, second shot then basically against Candy once more. Stat 6 against her defense. Another 4. Big numbers. So maybe flipping my deck didn't give me the advantage I was for.
Those Samirs, I did not think they were still in my deck.
They were in there somewhere. Last flip.
This would be terrible.
So against the defense once more is a 5. So nothing, absolutely nothing.
He walks away with the shot.
So Tom's 11. It is what it is. Once you're on there relying on top decking, it makes everything that little bit more difficult. So that's the end of Mad Dog's activation and the end of this turn.
And this is the picture at the end of the second turn going into the third turn, and it's been a rough turn of flips a little bit there, hasn't it? It's that big activations at the end. I managed to score plant explosives with the one that my sorrow died to plant down.
No score from me. Tom's really sort of controlling the channels of the board very, very well, stopping anything pretty much getting over that halfway line with his bubbles of misery. But yeah, there's still game left. There's still game left.
Teddy's taken a point from burning. I've also declared outflank, so it's currently 2-0 for the Neverborn, thanks to Teddy and the Sorrow being within 3 inches of the edge of the board, which are the red markers, obviously showing the halfway line. We have drawn our cards. I've stoned again, so I'm down to 2 stones currently to get a slightly better hand. And the initiative flip, Dave won, and you've elected to go first, mate.
I will indeed, yeah. So I'm going to go first this turn. I'm only drawing 6 cards into my hand this turn instead of 7, due to the fact that Doc Mitchell, rest in peace, died last turn. So we'll see what we can do with the cards we've got. We'll see what we can do in terms of scoring this turn. I'm hoping we can get a point on the board.
Let's go for that activation.
So first activation of turn 3, Sue is going to try and score me some points, get me on the board. So the first thing he's going to try and do is his tactical action, walk the line. So that would target himself, as he is friendly to himself. So he would push 6 inches towards a scheme, scrap, or corpse marker in line of sight. So he's going to push towards this one, and he's going to push just beyond it to that black base there. If the target is below half its maximum health when he does it, he draws a card, so he's still on full wounds, so that's not going to come into play. And there's also a trigger on it to let him remove some markers if he wants. So basically it's a stat 5 with a target number of 11. So that happens.
6, that works fine.
9.
9 even.
No,
these cards.
It's the cards. It's the new. This is the new M3 deck, and the 9s and the 6s are somewhat confusing.
There you go.
So Sue's going to push forward to this point here.
Definitely walking the line. The line.
Yeah, the line of the board is just inching his way up the edge.
Are you dropping your bomb?
He is going to drop one of his bombs.
Device.
So he's going to drop it here. His base contact with himself. And that is the end of Sue's activation for this turn. No, it's not. Bonus action. Keep forgetting the bonus action. The fiery rings are about to come out. So he's going to sing us a tune on his lovely guitar. 5 needs a 10.
Gets that also 13. It looks like 3 from there. There you go.
Yeah. So that happens too. So that basically means there is a 3-inch aura around 2. Anything within that 3-inch aura is going to get burning 1.
More siege spur.
Yeah, he's going to start stacking that burning on Teddy and see if we do more than 1 damage a turn.
Okay, over to me then. Pandora is going to go first, I think. Yes, Pandora's going to go first. Her first action is going to be to pop her shockwave down here, which is her Fear's Given form. She needs a 7 for this to go off, and it would be doing 2 damage on Willpower 13 duel. She gets a 2. That is probably not what she wants in life, so she's going to cheat in the 7 of Rams, which doesn't do any triggers. And this is now going to be a Willpower 13 duel on Mad Dog and the Emissary, or they take 2 damage, mate.
Okay, so the Emissary first with his Willpower 6 is 12. Can I afford the Emissary to take 2 wounds? Probably not.
It's on 5 health at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think we'll cheat that in to make him pass.
Okay.
So he passes on 14.
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog with his Willpower of 5, so it needs at least an 8, which he gets.
That's
so
fine.
he's all good. The shockwave marker doesn't cause them too much concern at this point.
So Pandora's then going to, the box opens, so she needs to get a 7 again.
All the jewels.
All the
jewels.
All of your willpower.
Yeah.
She gets a 10, so that'll do. So this is now going to affect Parker, Mad Dog, and the Emissary. It's going to be a toughness 14 willpower, or 2 damage and the stunned condition.
So the Emissary first with his 6, so it's 14 I'm looking for. So
yes.
looking for at least an 8. Red Joker.
He's fine.
So that's okay. The Mad Dog, stat 5, so he needs at least a 9. So he fails. So again, it's one of them. It's can he afford to lose 2 wounds at this point? I've only got 1 stone in my hand, so I'd rather keep hold of that, I think. So we are gonna cheat, I think, and make him pass once more too.
Okay, and then Parker
Barrows with his Willpower 6, so needs at least an 8, so he passes comfortably as well.
Again, we're burning through those cards.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Every time you've activated Parker very early in the turn, it's caused me to basically use everything I've got in my hand to try and not be hurt.
Not be hurt.
Yeah, but not be made to cry.
So I've done a bonus and a regular action. I'm now going to try and go for a self-loathing against Mad Dog, because he's still within the shotgun blast to affect the Emissary. So it's a stat 6 against your willpower, mate.
Mm-hmm.
So goes up to a 10 for me.
So I'm on 12 currently.
I am going to cheat in a 8 to go to a 14 with a slow trigger currently.
I'm gonna make that miss. I'm gonna go for a 15.
That's no problem.
I'm not keen on self-harming my oneself at the moment. So.
And then with her final action, she's going to do it again. So stat 6 versus your willpower. 9.
Oh, to 9 as well. So
Coming with a mask trigger, which is Crushed Ego. Crushed Ego is really interesting. Let me explain it to you just so you can make a decision. When resolving, resolve the effects of any trigger on the chosen action with the suit in your target's final duel. So because you've got a crow
currently,
I could use your clustered rounds ability, which I'm not really going to care much about.
No, because you want blast.
Do you want to cheat?
Do I want to cheat? How important? I don't want to shoot myself in the face.
It's basically like a spiritual, like dark, smoky like shotgun blast.
Yeah. So yeah, I will. I'll cheat at 12. I'll go to 17.
17. Ooh, you've put me in a challenging position here. Considering the amount of cards that you've burnt through, I'm going to discretion the better part of valor and hold off for now.
You're going to take that as a win.
That's Pandora done.
That was good. Activating now with the Midnight Stalker. He is still stunned and he is engaged by that scurry looking poltergeist right there. So the first thing he's going to try and do is get out of the engagement. He's going to try and do his leap. So the leap is a 6-inch place and it can basically disengage for free because it's a place.
Just appear somewhere else.
He does indeed. So basically, stat 7 needs a 10 and a mask. So that's not going to do it, because I still don't have that mask that I need, but I have one in my hand. Here's one I prepared earlier for the Stalker to make his leap.
Runs away from the Poltergeist.
He does indeed. The Stalker for his second AP, because he is fast, he's activating on your half of the board. He's going to take a walk over here towards the backfield. For his third AP, he's going to drop and interact one of my scheme markers
underneath
his base.
He's going to stash it under a rock.
Yeah, he's going to stand on top of it to hide it from the Poltergeist and his nasty abilities to remove scheme markers. So that is the Midnight Stalker done. That's the end of his activation for this turn. The stun goes away.
Dave's just lamenting at the moment the fact that he's burning so many cards as we're going.
Yeah.
It's not the best. Carver then is going to go. He's going to just try and get some sadness out, I think. He's going to have a go at whacking... he's going to try and glimpse of insanity Parker Barrows to start with, because if he fails his willpower, I heal one. So I'll take it. So it's a stat 6 versus your willpower, Jewel. I think you've got flipping space just by the trees there, mate. So I'm on 16 currently.
It's a not 16.
So this would give you stunned.
Nothing to cheat from me.
Right, so you're gained stunned, and I'm going to trigger the misery off Candy to give you a point of damage. Put you on 13. Carver will heal one because you failed a willpower test within his melee zone, so he goes back up to 7. So that's his bonus. He's then going to start attacking, so he's got a stat 7 versus your defense. I'm going to take the stunned off using Opportunist, which allows me to get a positive flip to this duel.
Sure.
So
makes sense.
Stat 7 for 2 cards against your defense with an inbuilt ram. That's a 3 and a red joker. I'm very glad I did that.
Very nice indeed.
So that puts me up to 21.
I still flip pretty high with an 11, so I'm on 17. So it still puts you on that single negative.
Yep. The 21. I've got a choice here. I could add a second ram to this to make the crit strike hurt quite a bit, or I could take swift action, or I could take the execute trigger. Now, how many cards have you got in your hand now?
I have literally 1 in my hand.
And you've got a soul stone.
Yeah.
So my decisions are quite tricky. I'm going to take the execute trigger on this. So it's a negative flip for the damage.
True.
As you said. So weak, moderate. So that'd be 2 damage.
Okay, I can take the 2. That's fine.
Push down to 11. However, the execute means you have to discard a card or a soul stone.
Excuse me. I'm going to check the card I've got in my hand. I mean, it's only a 2, so I don't think it'd give me any great benefit.
It does make things more interesting now in terms of flips and that.
Yeah. Again, I'm relying on my deck.
So Carver's going to attack again because he's had 1 attack so far. He's going for his second attack. I'm going to attack Parker. Stat 7 versus your defense once again.
Sure.
So 9 currently.
To my 14.
I am going to cheat in a 8 to go to 15 with a swift action trigger currently, which is to take the action again. So you've got no cards to cheat. So it's a negative flip. So flip 2, pick the lowest. Weak, it's going to be 2 damage again.
Okay, I'll take that 2 as well.
Takes him to 9. However, with the swift action trigger, I can attack once more.
Okay.
So stat 7 versus your defense.
Big number this time.
12.
That isn't a big number. 9 from me.
So it would be a negative flip, but I've got the ram, inbuilt ram as well, so I'm on crit strike plus 2. So a negative flip.
Sure.
Weak and severe. The weak will make it 4 damage with the crit strike.
And this time I'm going to spend my last soul stone I've got in my hand to mitigate some of that damage, and I'll mitigate 3 of it. So I'll just take 1 damage.
Puts him down to 8 health. That's not bad by Carver. That's a fair lot of triggers.
Yeah, it's a good amount.
And I think that'll do for me.
So for my next activation, we're going to go with my Soul Stone. My Prospector.
He might as well be a Soul Stone.
He may as well be a Soul Stone. There is a Soul Stone minor. Yeah, they're so very similar in terms of what they do. He will gain stunned at the start of his activation.
When you gain stunned, I've just realised, should have done this last turn, you trigger Carver's Misery. Which I completely
forgot. Kept that quiet.
I completely forgot.
Kept that quiet. Go on. And that does...
Take a point of damage. Just knock him down to 5. I'm not going to do the push because that's just cheese, because I've only just remembered it now.
I don't mind. We'll play the game. So he'll take a point of damage. He will try and do his I've struck a Soulstone attack action on Kyber. Once more, trying to pull Kyber away from Parker so Parker can run away and do other things, which is
so. Is this against my move or my willpower?
It's against your willpower. So basically, I need to pass your terrifying test first,
which is 11.
Which is an 11, which we will fail.
He's really scared.
I think everyone's really scared of everything in your crew. I'm really scared of everything in your crew. He'll try it again. Okay. Once more.
He must have the courage.
So he will brace himself and he will fail.
Oh.
He will fail the terrifying test twice on a bounce.
Crawls in the ball and cries.
Yeah, he's just hovering, cradle in his pickaxe. So that's the end of the Prospector's activity.
Right, I had to just suppress my bloodlust of going for Teddy straight away then. So I'm gonna go with Sorrow. Murder everything. The Sorrow's gonna go. It's gonna double move to here, just within 6 inches for the Misery Aura. It's then going to try and glimpse of Insanity, the Midnight Stalker. So this is a stat of 5 against your willpower, mate. I think you can probably flip cards to them.
Yeah.
So I'm on 15.
To my 17 currently.
Oh, I'm not going to do anything. That's fine. I'm going to hold on to that. I was hoping just to push him off the marker. That'll do for now.
Never mind.
Complete fail.
Yep. So my next activation is going to be the Hodgepodge Emissary.
It's at this point that I get moody with Pandora and discard a card. I'd like you to go Parker, my dear.
Yes, yes.
So I get to discard my 3 of Tomes.
Tom is causing me all manner of game plan disruption.
The beauty is when you activate Parker within 4 of Candy, you have to discard a card and get stunned.
So no cards to discard, but the stunned will still hit.
And I'll trigger the Misery off Carver to have to take a point of damage.
No.
Which one's 7, I believe?
Yep, so Parker is looking a little bit worse for wear now, down to half health. What also worries me is
that
Assassinate is in the pool now at this point, which causes me concern, but we'll try and get around it as we go. So we'll see what happens still. So first thing Parker is then going to do then, he's going to try and run away a little bit more. He's going to try and run away a little bit more. So he's going to run away from the Kyber with his stat 6 against the Kyber's attack of 7.
Yep, so I'm going to flip 17.
Not a 17. So I'm currently on the 10 to Tom's 17.
I need a severe for this to work though.
You would need a severe for him not to be able to get away, yeah. So you're going to reduce his movement by 2, 4, 6.
Is it a positive flip?
17 to 10 means it's a straight flip, yeah.
It's a week. I'll take the 2 inches off.
Yep, so you're going to knock 2 inches off Parker's movement, which means Parker can go 3 inches.
Just shimmies away from
Just shimmies away. And he's going to stay clear of... they've got engagement range 0. So
they don't have any...
So it's not really going to matter too much to him. So he's going to go there. For his second AP, he's going to... make a charge move.
You can see that beautiful scheme marker nearby.
He does. He's going for the scheme markers. He is a lover of the scheme markers. So he's going to move over there towards that scheme marker. From the back of his charge, he's going to take a shot. And he is going to shoot at the Carter, I think.
He's probably the easiest one to hit.
Yeah, he's the easiest one to hit. I think he's also the most wounded of the 3.
He's on 7 currently, yeah.
So I think he's the one we're going to go for.
Terrifying 11.
So Parker's willpower is 6, so Terrifying 11 is not such a scary prospect. But if you're flipping like I have been doing all day, no,
you're alright.
That's alright. That one goes off. So Parker's got a built-in positive to his gun as well.
Ooh.
So it's going to be flipping 2
against my defense.
Yeah. So stat 5 on this first shot.
I've got a defense of 5.
Whoa, killing trees.
That's an 11 currently. So I'm on 16.
That is not a 16. Nothing in my hand to cheat, so that's going to fail.
Second AP.
Second AP.
So onto your third.
So walked, charged, shot, the third AP. So I've got a quandary now. Do I take a shot again?
Could drop a bomb.
Or he could.
But you've got a bomb down for this turn, really.
I've got a bomb down for this turn, but do I start sort of loading it up the next turn?
He's got the bomb in hand.
He's got the bomb in hand, so it's a quandary because obviously we're at a point where is it worth it, or do I want another stone? I think I want another stone. So thinking I'm going to take Parker's bonus action. So for an AP, because he is currently stunned, I mean, he's going to cash out. So basically Parker picks up all ski markers that are enemy to him within 4 inches, and basically he can either put a card or a soul stone back into his hand.
Very nice.
So we're going to eat that marker there, and he's going to gain himself another soul stone off the back of that. That's going to be the end of Parker's activation. He's out of the where he wanted to be. How long he can stay there though, we're not sure.
Over to the Poltergeist, we're going to see if the Ghost Bros can team up and help things out here. It's going to make a 6-inch move action just here. It's then going to try and use its bonus action. It's going to Glimpse of Insanity. So I'm going to use my focus to get a positive flip, because I'm stats 5 for this against your willpower of
5 also.
Right, so I'm flipping 2 cards. So a 4 and a 9. So that is currently 13.
Yep, to my big 6.
Right, that will give you stunned.
It will indeed.
And I'm going to trigger the misery off the sorrow to give you a 2-inch push. And I'm going to push you back to there. Tactically, what I can hope to do now is my telekinesis ability, which is within 4 inches. I need to flip a 5 for this to hit. And then what I can do is I can remove all markers within range. And then enemies that are within range are still within 4 of me, must take a toughness 12 movement duel or suffer 1 damage for each marker removed. So, see if we get that 5. I do. No triggers here, so you've got a toughness 12 movement duel, mate. Otherwise you'll suffer a damage and I get to remove this.
Fails on that one as well.
So that's a point of damage to Mr. Stalker.
Oh, come on.
Which puts him down to 5, I believe.
He doesn't.
And more importantly, take that marker away.
Okay, so the next activation for me is going to be my Hodgepodge Emissary. So the Hodgepodge Emissary, the first thing he's going to do is his bonus action, because for once he isn't stunned. Unlike everything else,
Good times.
I can actually do what I want with my models. Woo! So he's going to do his bonus action. Basically, he's going to reroad Mad Dog. So he's going to push Mad Dog at 3. So he's not going to go far. He's going to stay pretty much where he is, and he's going to drop a ski marker in base contact with himself. I'm very self-conscious of the fact that the emissary need to start making his way further along the board at this point. So he's going to basically throw some junk. Literally, that is an attack. He is a man on a donkey carrying a great ton of junk. So he's going to throw some of that at Candy. So it's a 10-inch range, which he is within. And he's height 3 compared to the height 2 of Pandora.
And the height 1 of Candy?
Is that going to cause... sorry.
Do you need to move
I do. He needs to move that way slightly. So 1 AP for the move, 2nd AP to throw that junk at Candy.
Right, I am...
Manipulative, yeah? So he's going to be passing a duel of... What's the target number?
So your stat... Is it my defense? I've got stat 5. My
yep, so stat 5 so against my flip. Stat 6, sorry, yep, so negative flip. Come on.
17, I'm afraid.
Yep, so not enough from me with that negative flip. I'd only be on a 13. And I can't cheat because the flip is negative.
Any bonuses?
He did the bonus first when he pushed Mad Dog along. But yeah, that's the end of the activation for the emissary. Again, not much going my way.
Over to Candy then. She is within 8 inches of Mad Dog. She can just about see him. She's going to try and glimpse of Insanity him. So stat 6 versus your willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a 13.
Where are all your super large cards coming from? A 2 for me, so I definitely do not win that duel.
Alright, so that would be stunned, but I've also got a trigger to give you 2 damage and give you fast, which is what I'm going to do.
This is an interesting combination of things to do.
So you gain stunned.
Sure.
You take 2 damage.
Yeah, okay. So
and you gain fast. So currently that puts you on
5 health left?
5 health does it. Alright, so I'm going to use the misery off Carver to give you a point of damage because you gain stunned.
Yeah.
So you're going to take a point of damage there. And Pandora's, because it's any condition, she's going to use her misery to give you a point of damage because you gain fast, which puts you on 3.
Ouch!
The decision I've got here, because that was a bonus action, is, do I move and plant my bomb, or do I rip off the fast, which Candy can do for a positive flip, and do a min-3 shot on you, making you burn soul stones? If that makes sense. I'm going to play it safe.
Both options are valid.
I'm going to walk.
Who else have you got that could drop a bomb? Otherwise? Teddy maybe?
Teddy maybe, but I think Teddy's on stabbing duty. So Candy's going to move through the gate, which we've pre-agreed. You can go through the gate. She's only a wee girl. She's going to go to there, because she'll get a positive flip if Mad Dog tries to shoot her, because she can rip it off for a positive.
Sure.
So she's going to spend her bomb token to place an explosive device, probably there-ish, I think. And that will be
over the halfway line,
over the halfway line, and that will be her activation done.
So next we're going to activate my last model for the turn, Mad Dog Bracket. So Mad Dog Bracket is already fast, so I don't need to pick up the moniker like I've been doing every turn thus far, as Tom very graciously made me fast already.
You're most welcome.
And I appreciated it. So that could hurt me if I was targeting someone like Pandora or Candy. But I'm not. I'm going to go for the big pumpkin-headed chap that's hiding in the forest. So, first thing that Mad Dog Bracket is going to do, he's going to basically take a slight charge. So, as a bandit, he can charge, be within 3 inches of the car.
You want to kill me?
I want to kill him. I want to take that bomb off him. So that would give Mad Dog a bomb to go and try and do something with later on. With Pandora not being able to engage me, it's better for me in that sense. We could do stuff with that, hopefully. So, Mad Dog Bracket's first attack off the back of a charge. He's going to pass his target number 11 terrifying test first. He's going to pass it.
He'll be fine.
Aren't you, Mad Dog? No, he isn't.
He's not.
No, he isn't.
You're not in my melee zone, so I don't get to do anything about this.
Mad Dog's... I don't know what else to do.
Just shoot.
But try and shoot.
You've got a big shot.
So, Mad Dog is going to try and shoot the carver once more. Terrifying 11.
Oh
that
my god.
Isn't going to do it either.
I'm glad we've had the Mackeys for lunch.
Yeah,
at
mate.
least we've had one bit of joy today.
That's it. You coming here to film today, I've got at least something out of it.
Third time lucky?
Third time lucky.
Is that
6 plus 5 is 11.
Yes.
Yay! So he passes the terrifying duel on his 3rd attempt. So that means he can shoot him. Now I'm going to flip a 1 to shoot you.
Carver is going to take these... No, actually, I don't want your... I was going to take a stun off and I was like, no, that'd be silly. So, stat what against my defense? Stat 6?
So it's going to be stat 6 against your defense.
My defense is only 5.
It's not enough, though. I would have liked to have hit more than one of the shots, but we'll see.
It could still be painful.
Yeah, so...
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
That's a 13 for me.
Not good enough from me. I'm on only a 4. So that is going to miss for that last shot. No bonus actions from Mad Dog because there's no point in blowing him blowing anything up to negate cover. He's already taken his shots. That's the end of Mad Dog's activation, and again, slightly disappointing.
Over to Teddy for me, and he's in quite a sticky situation. He's healed once, so he's up to 9. He's then going to charge, and you've got your Ring of Fire up, which is
the Ring of Fire.
So I'm going to declare my charge to there. Now you said the way this works burning is both the move and the attack gives me a burning.
That's correct, yeah. So every action you declare within 3 inches of it. So a charge is a 2-part. So the push portion of it and then the attack portion of it. So you will take an additional
4 burning for this.
Yeah.
Already. So I've got a stat of 6 versus your defense of 5, mate. With my heavy claws.
So I'm currently on a 6 to 11.
I'm on a 4, I'm on a 10. I'm going to cheat in the 5 to go up to 11.
Okay, so that ties me for a double negative.
So double negative flip. So weak, moderate, severe. That was a nice range. That'll be 3 damage.
So he's going to take 3. Weak 3, min 3, min 3.
I'm then going to discard this damn card that I've had every turn.
Oh!
To flurry. So I'm going to get burning again for this.
You will. You'll get burning once more for the attack.
Takes me up to 5.
Ouchie.
So again, stat 6 versus your defense. I've got a 7 there, which takes me up to a 13.
It's my 5 plus my 5 is 10.
So negative flip.
Negative flips. Definitely cheat from me.
Moderate and moderate. So that'll be 4 damage, mate.
Ooh, so gets a little bit. 2, 3, 4.
He's on 1 health.
So he's on 1 health. So basically, this is going to mitigate his high to kill ability. So basically, if Sue suffers damage, he can't be reduced below 1 wound.
Yeah.
From any single source of damage.
So I need to chip away.
So basically, now he is down to his high to wound ability.
I'm going to
attack. Kill him.
Get another burning.
Yeah.
So stat 6.
Oh, look at all that lovely stuff. If nothing else, Sue can get some revenge.
I get a 1. I'm on 7.
Ah, so Sue might do this. 3 to 8.
That's fine. He survives.
Yeah, he survives. Sue survives
That'll
on 1 lowly wound.
And we will reconfigure for Baby Cade's final activation. Finally, to round off the turn, Baby Cade is going to make a move action just into this little window here. And he's going to drop a scheme marker.
Ooh.
For no reason
For
at all.
no reason at all, becoming even more evident as to what you've actually got.
And
maybe.
He's going to end the turn there. Might be a ploy, might be a ploy.
Might be a ploy.
So this is how things look at the end of turn 3 going into turn 4. Teddy is very much on fire. He's taken 2 damage, so he's down to 7. He's got all of the singed fur in the world. We've both managed to score plant explosives though, and nothing else has been declared, so it's currently 3-1 in favour of Pandora. But the points are on the board for Parker, and he's still got his bomb, so he's still a threat to get that second point there, and obviously the Midnight Stalker with 2 hanging out. So at the moment it's looking quite cagey. It's now going to be a decision on where to put the damage in. So we flipped initiative. Dave did have a pass token to add +1 to his, but luckily I think I flipped to 13 or something ridiculous. So initiative priority will go to Pandora and the Neverborn as we go into turn 4. So first activation for turn 4 is going to be Pandora. She is going to put her shockwave down with her Fears Given form.
Boo! Yes, boo!
She's looking for a 7 to get this off. I've just said off camera she's never going to go Black Joker this. Oh, she gets the 9, that'll do. So that is a Willpower 13 or 2 damage effect. No triggers needed here.
So on Mad Dog and the Emissary, we'll go with the Emissary first with his willpower of 6. Passes.
He's fine.
We'll go with the Mad Dog Bracket with his willpower of 5. Fails. I would rather have that been the other way around, if I'm all in all honesty. But we will cheat. Target number was 13, did you say?
13 for this one then.
So we'll cheat in a 9 of Crows to put me on a 14 for making passing that bit.
That's lovely. So that shockwave can go, mate, if you want to move that out of the way.
Yeah.
She's then going to attempt to open box. So she needs a 7 here. She gets a 4. I'm going to cheat in the 7 of masks. There's no triggers on this. So Parker, Mad Dog and the Emissary now need to make a willpower 14 duel or suffer 2 damage and gain stunned.
Okay, so we go with the Emissary first with his willpower of 6. Passes. Mad Dog with his willpower of 5. Pass 14.
14.
So that's Mad Dog on 13. So he's just giving me 1 shy. Ooh, decisions. We'll make him pass. He's only got 3 health left, so I don't particularly want him down to his high to kill.
Master Barrows.
And then Mr. Parker Barrows with his willpower of 6 also fails. So judgment call now. Does Parker take the 2 damage? Do I cheat to pass? Or do I stun?
So this would be 2 damage and stunned.
Yeah, I think he's going to take the 2 damage.
Okay.
I think he's okay with
that. 2 damage?
No. I don't know. I'm going to change my mind. I don't want him to be stunned. I'd rather have some triggers this time.
Okay, so 10.
So he will cheat. We'll change my mind as soon as you said stunned. Yeah, totally forgot about stunned.
It's a trigger.
I really shouldn't forget about stunned, considering that is your entire game plan.
So she's made an action and she's done a bonus action. It's going to go to her regular actions now. She is going to attempt to self-loathing at Mad Dog.
Okay.
So this is a stat 6 against your willpower.
So spooky hoodoo.
That is currently 17.
To my 6, that one, isn't it? See, I don't know which it's 6 or a 9 now. So I'm on 11.
And I'm on 17.
It's the crunch point in the game now. Making decisions takes a heck of a lot longer. So the thing is that you may have cards in your hand that can be cheated. Hey, as long as you've got a 12 or a 13, you're going to beat me, no matter what I cheat, pretty much. So we'll take it. Will we? It's going to blast out and hit that as well. So is it worth the cheat? I think you're going to have the card in your hand, so I don't think it is going to be worth the cheat.
Okay, so this will be a straight flip then?
Yeah, I think we can take that.
Okay.
It's going to take... Yeah, we'll take the straight flip, I think.
I'm going to take the Chesterfield shotgun, obviously.
Yeah.
So that is a severe flip,
Ooh.
which would be 5 blast damage.
Okay, so it takes Mad Dog down to his height to kill.
Down to 1 health. And the emissary will take 4 damage, I believe.
He will indeed.
That puts that down to 1 health.
4. Ouch! So it takes the emissary down to his height to kill also.
Right, so her final action will be to do it again.
Oh!
So she's gonna...
This could be really painful.
So she's gonna go for a stat 6 versus your willpower.
Yeah.
That is an 11 currently.
To my 10.
You cheat first, my dear.
Do we go all or nothing on this one? I think we have to, I think, or else I'm going to lose both models. Cheat to 19.
A 19.
Hope for the best.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm currently on 11.
Mm-hmm. Stat 7, is it?
Stat 6.
Stat 6.
Both on 1 health?
Both on 1 health.
Oh, that's okay. Pandora.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna have it go.
Have it go.
Whether I'm letting it go or not is a different matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to show the audience, because I forgot to do it at the start of the turn, what I have in my hand. There.
So I had quite a rack of severes in my hand this turn, including the red joker as well.
Yeah, so I burned through that. Pandora's done what she normally does. Now we have to see if Carver can stay alive. That's the next tricky part. So we'll go back to you, mate.
So my first activation this turn is going to be the Prospector, who's spent the game hiding in the shrubberies. First thing he's going to do is he's going to gain stunned. Once gaining stunned, yeah, as he does. So he's going to gain stunned, dig his hole, find himself a little soul stone, and put another soul stone back into my pool.
Because you've gained stunned within 6 inches of Carver.
Oh, you and your horribleness. Take a wound.
Take a wound.
Take a wound.
Puts him down to 4.
Because you did this, take a wound. Because you did that,
because you breathe,
take a wound. Yeah, because you exist as a person, take a wound. So, second thing he's going to do is he's going to try and do the same thing I think he's tried to do for the last 2 turns. He's going to try and pull Carver towards him. Get him away from Mad Dog, who is in a position where he could be hurt. Having said that, Candy's still there with her horrible...
Candy's love, leave her alone, she's a little girl.
So anyway, we'll see what happens. So basically he's going to try and drop a scheme marker.
I've struck Soulstone.
And pull the Carver towards him.
Terrifying 11, buddy.
So 11 first, fails miserably.
Really doesn't like Carver.
He doesn't like it. He's going to quiver it some more in a ball. We'll let that first time go. Try and do it a second time.
Come on.
Terrifying 11. Yay! He's manned up, looked the pumpkin-headed monster in the face and said, "Come to me."
So this is stat 5
so
against
it's
my
a
willpower.
stat 5 against your willpower. Yeah, this is correct.
Okay, so my willpower's 6, that takes me up to 12.
Mine's a 4.
Sorry, it takes me up to 14, which I could do maths.
So I'm currently on a mighty 9.
Physical roll reference there, I like it.
I'll cheat. I'll make it happen.
So you're up to a...
18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yep, go on then.
Yep, so that's going to happen.
So what happens here? I push towards you?
So he's going to drop a scheme marker into base contact with himself. Is it anywhere in base contact? It doesn't have to be in line of sight, does it? Yeah, so it can be anywhere. So he'll drop it sort of in and around here.
And then I push my...
And then you push your move towards me.
Does the severe terrain affect anything?
Yeah, it will. Push this target's move towards this model. So yeah, essentially I think
So I've got 5 inch terrain. So if I go half to there?
Yeah.
Up with that?
That's right. So that's not bringing me great deals of... Joy. No, I think that was ill thought through, but I was hoping to do it twice and put you right next to me, thus preserving Mad Dog's sanity, but hey ho, we'll see what happens next turn.
Over to Teddy for me then. He's going to go before more flames get added to him. So he regens 1, so he takes himself up to 8. He's going to have an attack against Sue. So, stat 6 versus your defense, mate. You've got flip space there.
Yep.
I have flipped a 5, so I'm on 11 currently.
To my 6, so I'm currently on also 11.
Would you like to cheat?
I think I have to sort of
accept death.
Accept death almost with Sue, but would I rather accept death, not letting you move towards that bomb marker that I've placed and not being able to pick it up? Because I think that would be blocked this turn, but I'm no way of stopping you doing it next turn, I guess. See, this is where the viewers at home should be telling me what I am going to be doing wrong or what I should
pause
be
the
doing
video
right.
now and make your choice.
Yeah. We'll cheat.
Oh, big money brought in.
Basically, we'll make you work for it.
Have you got anything left in your hand now?
I have not.
Oh.
I am out of cards.
Ooh.
Once more.
Oh, I am out of cards. I'm gonna pitch a card to Flurry.
So you might.
Pitch my 9.
Yep. If he's pitching a 9, ladies and gentlemen, that means he's got a handful of severe.
Stat 6 versus your defense.
Yeah.
It's a 7 there.
10 for me.
So I'm on 13.
To my 15.
I'm gonna cheat in the 9.
Yep, that's gonna be plenty.
Which take me to 15. So negative flip, double negative.
Double negs. Yay! Go ahead, Sue.
Never mind. I'm gonna have to attack again.
Yeah, and this is where I'm gonna flip a big 13.
God damn it! Right, so stat 6.
Come on, Sue.
There we go. 13.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Right, so
never mind.
A death. Yeah, I'll take the.
Yeah, take that and takes you off the board.
3 damage. You want to drop a corpse marker anywhere?
Yeah.
Teddy likes corpse markers.
If Teddy likes corpse markers, then it's more than worthwhile. I presume Teddy eats them. And
he does a little bit.
He heals a little bit from.
It's worth me saying that I've got the swallow you whole triggle. Triggle. So actually, don't drop that. I heal 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so that's even better than having to do anything with the corpse marker.
So I heal 1 because that's a week, taking me up to 9. I wish you would have died easier because I wish I could move. That would have been greater appreciated.
Yeah. So my next activation, I'm going to activate the Hodgepodge Emissary. And I can do this time because Parker cannot draw line of sight.
Pandora
can't draw line of sight to the Midnight Stalker who's all the way over the other side of the board.
Yeah, my Poltergeist has got in the way, and even though it's incorporeal, she can't even see his little shadows.
So she cannot see through him, which is a boon for me, because that means I'm going to be able to heal up Mad Dog a little bit and hopefully keep him in the game
his last legs.
a little bit longer. Put him back above his height to kill as well, which is a bonus. So the first thing the emissary is going to do is he's going to do his Plenty of Words maneuver on Mad Dog. So basically he's going to heal him 1, 2, 3, but I've got to pass a duel first. So it's a 6 with a tome built in with a target number of 12. So that passes. So he's going to heal him for 1, 2, 3.
Is that in shot, mate? Can you see the card in the camera shot? There you go.
There we go. So he's going to heal him for 1, 2, 3. He's going to heal him for a 1.
Puts him back up to 2 though, that's where he
needs to be. Puts him back on to 2. Trigger I can't declare because Mad Dog already has an upgrade. So that's not going to do anything for me this turn. His second AP, he's going to heal Mad Dog again.
Round 2.
So a little bit more. So once more, 6 needs 12. Happens. With a mass trigger this time, again, nothing that's useful for me. So he's going to heal once more. 1, 2, 3. He's going to heal another 1. Could have done with a little bit more, to be honest with you.
So he's on 3 health.
So he's put back up to 3. He could survive possibly an onslaught from the Kyber from that. Nothing to discard either, which is unfortunate because I would like to companion into Mad Dog at this point. Again, it's one of those things. Bonus action from the Hodgepodge Emissary means he's going to push a 3. And he's going to drop a scheme marker into base contact with himself.
Over to the Carver then. He's just outside of an inch of this Prospector, so he's going to spend his first AP to drop Da Bomb there. And his second one, he's going to use a bonus action to try and Glimpse of Insanity Mad Dog. So this is a stat 6 versus your willpower. I got 2.
It's a 7, so I'm currently on 12.
You've got no cards in your hand.
Nothing in my hand.
So I'm going to cheat in and 11
Yeah,
for that to hit. So you'll get stunned. The misery trigger off Pandora is just going to push you 2 inches, mate, if you kindly just push him towards the Carver in a timely manner. Maybe forward a little bit just so I can get a charge off. There we go. Carver's then going to declare a charge. He's going to charge because he's slow to there. Not slow, but because he's... Yeah, he's going to go...
Because he's a plodder.
Shallow to there. I'm going to stone to add a mask to this because I want the swift action. He is a henchman and I always forget Carver's henchman. So, stat 6 versus... Sorry, stat 7, Jesus, against your defense.
Defensive 6.
17 currently.
To my 16.
And of course I got the mask. Of course
you got the trigger you were looking for, even without the stone.
So it's a negative flip.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
So it's a weak. Ooh. And a red joker, please. No, another weak. So that's 2 damage.
Okay, I'm going to spend a stone.
Yeah. You spend them stones.
So 2 damage, and I'm going to mitigate 1 of those 2 damage.
So a damage.
So he's going to take 1.
He's on 2 health.
He's on 2 health, so importantly above his height to wound.
Yes, definitely. I might be going for the execute trigger here, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm going to attack again with my swift action.
Sure.
So, stat 7 versus your defense.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 8 currently.
To my 17.
Oh. Decisions. Him on 2 health, him on 1 health. It's better for him to be on 1 health, isn't it? So I'm going to
it makes him easier to kill.
Cheat in the 12.
Sure.
To go up to 19.
Mm-hmm.
Negative flip.
Yep.
I'm on +2 crit strike, but you don't care.
Okay.
So, moderate. So that would be 4 damage.
So I'm only going to take 1, and it will just put me onto 1 on my height to kill.
Yes, and that's the Carver done, I think.
Yeah. Next activation is Mr. Parker Barrows. Let's see if he can actually be useful.
He's not stunned now, he actually gets to do
He's not
the full
stunned, he can make people drop markers, which is what he always wants to do, but you just made it very difficult for him this game. So he's going to, first action, he's going to charge his 5. So basically he's going to charge all the way to here, and on the back, he's going to fall over and stumble somewhere.
I guess his cape caught in a tree.
Yeah, that's it. Those damn trees are in the way. Charge of 5. He's going to take a shot at the poltergeist on the back of his charge.
Okay, so your stats.
Stat 5 against your defense. Positives built into the gun.
Okay, I've got defense of 4.
1, 2.
I'm on 10.
To my 17.
I'll take the damage.
Yeah, okay. The all-important tome trigger as well. So you're going to drop a scheme marker after this action resolves.
So you've got a straight flip for your damage.
So straight flip. You're going to do a moderate damage. Which is a mighty 4.
I'm incorporeal, so it goes down to 3.
3.
So I'm on 2 health, and I have to drop a mark within line of sight here.
Yes, please.
I'm going to pop 1 there.
Parker's next AP, he's going to drop his babom. His babom. Try and score me another point. I think he's going to put it somewhat...
somewhere away from that sorrow.
Yeah, behind himself-ish. Sort of like here, I think.
Careful positioning here.
Yeah, trying to make sure he can sort of keep everything out of the way of it. Because you can't stand on the bombs, which is unfortunate. For his third AP, he's going to shoot that sorrow once more in the back.
Okay. So, positive flip for you?
Positive flip for me. So I'm going to get +1 to my stat on this one because you're within 3 inches of a scheme marker. So cool, basically, as Parker's making you drop markers, that means his shot attack is getting better.
Because he sees the loot that you're dropping.
That's right.
That's really thematic.
He increases his greed,
I'm
which
on
makes
10.
him shoot you somewhat better. So 1, yeah.
Oh.
The 1 and then a black joker. Couldn't have got any better. Amazing flips from me. Means Parker misses, and sadly, I'm not within 4 inches of any scheme markers, enemy scheme markers that is, to pick up and cash out. So he's going to have to live with what he's got, and hope for better next turn.
Baby Cade's going to go for me. He's going to make use of this little gate. He's going to walk through, plop himself there, and just chop a scheme marker here. He's then going to attempt to call over Teddy. So where's Teddy? Stat 6, needing a 12. Get a 2. Does not go off. I do not think I'm going to be cheating that. It was just to get Teddy in a slightly better position. So I think for now, that'll do for Baby Cade.
So my next activation is going to be Mad Dog Bracket, who's hanging on in there with his 1 rune remaining. He's going to try and disengage from Kyver. He has got a melee action, which he could take, but to take his melee action, he'd have to move into base contact with Kyver. He can then push Kyver away or take a shot on the back of it, but because he's stunned and can't declare any triggers, it makes it somewhat pointless. So he is going to try and disengage, and he is going to try and charge away and have a little shot at the Kyver. So the disengaging action first. So his defense.
Kyver's got stat 7. It's a red joke.
Oh, come on.
So that's, many, 4 to 21.
Yeah, to my mighty 8. So it puts you on a positive flip.
Okay.
So you'd have to reduce my move by a severe. To stop it from getting away.
I've just put 2 cards out there, which is a moderate and a weak.
So he's going to.
I can cheat this card.
You can indeed cheat. So if you wanted to cheat it for severe and reduce it by 6,
I'm going to cheat.
So he can't move away. He's now in no man's land.
It's my last card on my hand now.
Can't charge because he's engaged, so I can't charge and hit. So he's got 1 AP left. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do with that 1 AP. I think he is just going to concentrate.
Yeah, that's
just to give himself
wait, do you want to? Because Pandora will give you a point.
Of course, Pandora with a horrible thing with the gaining of.
They won't both do it, but one can, yeah.
Wow. I'm just going to try and disengage again.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll just see if we can disengage once more and see if we can make it happen the next turn.
Puts me on.
Yay, plenty this time.
17.
To my also 17.
So double negative flip.
Double negatives.
It's a moderate, a weak, and a moderate. So I reduce it by 2.
So he's going to be reduced by 2.
You are
so he's going to move a 4.
So you'll shimmy away essentially, won't it?
So yeah, so he'll move away.
Yeah, get some out of dodge.
There. So he's out of the engagement range of the Carver. Still in line of sight of Pandora and Candy. So
that'll go at least.
That'll go, yeah. So he can't suffer damage from that. But yeah, so that's Mad Dog done.
Candy for me, she is going to make a walk action just to this position here. She's going to interact to place a ski marker there. Just, well, actually in base contact with it would help. She's going to attempt a glimpse of insanity, Mad Dog. Now we have got concealing terrain in the way, so I'll be on a negative flip against your willpower. So I'm going to go with a stat of 6, flipping 2 cards against your willpower. So that's a 5 and a 6. So I'm on 11.
Right, it's my 13.
So he's fine. He doesn't get stunned to death.
Good stuff.
And we'll go to you for the Midnight Stalker or a pass token potentially. So you're cheesing this.
I am. I'm going to spend a pass token. So basically, I'm going to pass my activation. So instead of manoeuvring a model, I'm going to make Tom go once more.
You've been all tactical.
I know. Well, I think that's the only time it's really come into play where it's been worthwhile. Obviously, pass tokens, you can spend them during the course of the turn to skip your activation, or they can add +1 to your initiative flips, which is sometimes the more useful of the uses for pass tokens.
I'm going to go with my Sorrow. It's going to first of all start by glimpse of insanity Parker Barrows. It's going to show him some bad dreams of, bad duels. Yeah. Stat 5 versus your willpower. Oh, I'd say it's an 18.
Comfortable flip. So he's going to gain stunned.
He'll gain stunned. It'll trigger the misery off the poltergeist. I don't know whether I want this to be the damage or the push. Pushing Parker back isn't the end of the world. But how much health is he on there?
He's currently got 7, yeah.
Yeah, let's just push him. Can I push him out? Oh no, I can't push him out.
You can't.
Take a point of damage.
Just take a point of damage.
Down to 6. Stuff
Ouch.
Make life easy. And then my Sorrow is going to declare a charge into the Midnight Stalker here. Now you are manipulative.
He is.
So this is going to be
a negative flip.
So stat 5 versus your defense.
I've also 5.
A That's an 8.
That's not big enough.
A 3, so I'm on 8.
To my 7.
It's got the hopelessness trigger built in. And I've got it there, but it's only +1 damage, so it'd be a negative flip.
Yep, single neg.
So, severe,
Oof.
5 damage.
No
4
way.
up to 5.
No, it's not.
It is, because the hopelessness is +1 damage.
No.
Has that killed him?
It's killed him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so he'll take 5 damage, and I really didn't think that would happen this turn because I've nothing in hand to trigger his demise ability. So usually when the Midnight Stalker would die,
He just ignores it, doesn't
you
he?
chuck a card away and he ignores it basically and comes back with 4 wounds.
Do I get your bombs?
You get my bombs, yeah.
I'm just...
Like,
I'm so
you're
sorry.
just gonna get my bombs, and now I'm just gonna go and cry.
For my second AP.
Or in the corner.
For my second AP, I'm just going to walk
Yeah, I thought you might.
back over here and they'll just be like... Over to me for my last activation, then we're still reeling a little bit from that. I'm going to move 6 inches from my poltergeist to here, and then I'm going to move a second time just up to the halfway line, because I've declared outflank, so I might as well put something on the wing. And as we end the 4th turn and go into the final one, this is the picture, and the flips are starting to add up, mate, aren't they?
They are indeed, yeah.
It's never good to see it when the deck of cards goes against you. We've both scored plant explosives, though.
We have.
Because Parker dropped 1, and I think it was Carver for me managed to get his done. I've also declared Search the Ruins, and I've removed the marker that Baby Cade put down, and I had another one a little bit earlier on near one of the mausoleums. So that brings the score currently 5-2 going into the final turn. You've yet to declare.
Most games declared from me. I would have hoped to have declared them before now, but position of models on the board and getting mired down, bogged down into sort of
the
chaos,
fight, yeah.
Has generally prevented me from scheming, which is generally something a Parker crew does exceptionally well usually. But no one's in a position to be able to achieve what I'm looking to achieve. But turn 5, we might steal another point here or there.
Teddy's taking another 2 damage because his fur is still being singed.
Burn.
We've drawn our cards, neither of us have stoned. I think we've both got 1 stone left to play with. We flipped initiative. I got a 6, you got a 13. So you're
going first this time.
So we'll go into the final turn and see how it goes.
So, first activation of this turn, I'm going to go with Parker Barrows. Parker Barrows being the, esteemed bandit leader that he is, he's going to run away a little bit more. Well, at least he's going to run towards the enemy's half of the board. So basically he's going to take a double walk for a 10, which is going to pop him about here. And then he's going to drop a scheme marker, and he's going to drop it under base contact with himself, so that pesky poltergeist cannot come and take it away from him. And that's the activation of Parker Barrows.
Pandora then, she's gonna get rid of this. She is going to drop I'm tempted to either drop a bomb or a scheme marker. I'm bearing in mind Search the Ruins. I'm actually gonna drop a scheme marker into base contact over the halfway line. That's fine there.
So shall we drop it? Stop you dropping the bomb as well?
It has stopped me dropping the bomb, so I'm just going to remove the marker. We know she's... Actually, no, I need to keep it on.
You can drop the bomb as well.
I could drop the bomb and then move and open the box. Ugh.
Dropping the bomb is the only way you're going to get the last point.
It isn't the only way.
No, because Teddy's got the bomb as well, hasn't he? Silly Teddy.
So Pandora's going to move 5 inches. We've just checked, she's about there. She is, first of all, so that's her first AP. Her second AP, she's going to attempt to open the box. So she needs a 7 for this to happen. She gets a 13. So this is a willpower 14 test, mate. You've got probably space there for your cards.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's 2 damage and stuns. You've got the Emissary and you've got Mad Dog.
So Emissary first with his massive willpower of 6. Passes.
Nails it.
Huh?
Nails it. He's fine.
I thought it fails it. I said 12. What target number is it?
I'm just changing the game.
Yeah, you're just making it up as you go along. No wonder you're winning. Mad Dog Bracket with his willpower of 5. He fails.
Just take it. Just die.
No, I don't want to. I want a blaze of glory final activation out of Mad Dog. Whether or not that happens is another story, but we'll see. So I'm cheating that to go to 15 to pass the test.
My third and final AP then, rather than dropping the bomb, I'm going to just drop a shockwave there.
Oh, another one of those things.
Fear's given form, so needing a 7 for this to go off.
Making it happen.
Gets a 10. So this is a Willpower 13 this time, mate.
So 13, so it's one less than last time.
Yes, this is doable.
Yeah, this is doable. Fine. Emissary with his massive willpower of 6, passes.
Crushes it.
Mad Dog with his willpower of 5, fails. Very similar to last turn, last action. 13, did we say?
13.
Make Mad Dog pass.
Fine, fine.
11, so he's 16.
Well then, Pandora will stand there with a bomb and she's just gonna be like, could someone dare attack me?
Just someone, bring it.
And that's her done.
So we're going to activate the Prospector now, and the Prospector is going to do something a little bit cheeky, just to throw spanners in Tom's works at the end of the game. He's going to take a walk action, and he's going to walk over here towards the scheme marker to be base contact with it. And the second AP he's going to do is he's going to pick it up.
How rude.
How rude of him. So basically taking one of Tom's strategy markers off the board, gaining it himself. There's nothing he can do with it, but it just means it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for you to score that final point.
Carver then is going to continue his hot streak to see if he can do some more damage. He's going to try and glimpse of insanity your emissary, mate. So it's a stat 6 versus your willpower, hoping to give you stunned. So my stat 6 goes up to a 15.
To my Black Joker, just to sort of, you know, round out the game, start as we mean to, finish as we've gone all the way through.
I'll give the emissary stunned. I'll trigger Pandora's misery to give him a point of damage. I'll kill him. I don't get your bomb though, sadly.
You don't get the bomb.
But it does the murder.
It does the murder. The murdery stuff is good.
Don't worry about a corpse marker. I don't think we're gonna.
I don't think it's gonna be an issue.
So Carver's done that. Yeah, that bloke. We've had so many Black Jokers pop up this game.
Yeah, it's been. It has been a game very much dependent upon the flipping of cards.
I'm outside of 3 inches, so I'm gonna actually have to move and charge at Mad Dog.
Okay.
Because I'm in the rough ground, so I'm gonna move to there and then charge into base. Because that's my bonus action for my glimpse. So stat 7 versus your defense.
Yay!
Why talk about the Black Joker?
You win some, you lose some.
That's absolutely fine.
Poetic justice.
Mad Dog stayed until the end is.
Yeah.
Back-to-back Black Jokers.
Yeah. Again, that doesn't happen often. The Black Joker, Red Joker flip is always my favourite thing.
That is always the
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm gonna go back to you, mate.
So my last activation of the entirety of the game, Mad Dog just really wants to pick up that scheme marker and be fast, but if he does so, Pandora will take him out with his 1 wound remaining. So we're going to have to go a different tact. He's going to basically burn Carver with his cigar. So he's going to take it out of his mouth and stub it out in his, I'd like to say eye, just generally the hole where his eye would be if he had one.
Terrifying 11.
So it's a terrifying 11. Thankfully, for the first time in a long time, I have still got cards in my hand. Whether or not that would meet a terrifying 11, yeah, just about. So terrifying 11 first and foremost. Then fails.
Is that on camera? Can they see the pain?
Yeah, they can see the pain just about. So that fails. We will cheat. We'll cheat in the 7 of Tomes to make it pass.
And your stat 6 with an inbuilt my eye.
Yeah, stat 6 with an inbuilt my eye. But
I've got a defense of 5.
What are we going to do? Are we going to blaze of glory it and spend the stone, or do I push you away and then shoot you?
Or you think of the quick shot action?
Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to give you burning 2 and injured 2. But I think it's better that I give you the injured, push you away, and then try and shoot you once more. So basically, stat 6 against your defense. Oh, come on. Mighty ones!
You're winning so far.
Ones all round. So winning for me, cheats from you.
I am going to cheat. I'm going to cheat in a 7 to go up to 12.
So this is what we've got in my hand for this last activation. So, yeah, that's going to miss.
I look forward to editing that.
Yeah,
how bad
that's going to miss. Not great, Tom. Not great.
I mean, you've got another attack action.
I have. This time, we'll try for the quick shot, I think, this time. We'll spend that stone for that.
Spend the stone to get
so I'm going to spend the stone and add the mask to his dual total.
Okay, terrifying
11
before you spend the stone, or just...
I have to declare the action before I take the terrifying test. So declared the action, spent the stone.
Terrifying
passes! Yay! Finally. So this is going to be a big flip. with his stat 6 again, with a mask for the stone I've spent.
5 on my defense.
7 for me.
8 for me currently.
Puts me on a 13 with the mask that I've got. Oh, you gonna make me miss? Go on, let me have it. You know you want to take a shotgun to the face.
So it's currently a difference of 5, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah.
By all means. So
yep, so 5 is a single neg.
So what do I take? Injured and...
So you're going to get burning 1 and injured 2.
I'll get some tokens out. So injured 2 reduces my defense by 2, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
At my willpower.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
It's worth me saying, because you passed both terrifying tests, I was going to say otherwise that would be funny, I'd be healing.
Yeah, I passed those.
You get to take a shoot action, but terrifying.
So terrifying on the shot action, so this is it. We've set all this up.
I know.
And we'll fail terrifying. So terrifying test with his willpower of 5, needs an 11. Just skin in my teeth. So the shot action, stat 6 against your defense. He can declare triggers. I think for the first time in the entirety of the game, he isn't stunned. Hey, big numbers.
Oh, I'm on 10.
To my mighty 19.
Yeah, go on, get your
Yeah, 19, so get a little bit of damage in. It's a mask, so I can declare the under pressure trigger to push you away, or I can declare the clustered rounds to ignore his armor. I don't think he's got armor, has he?
No, he hasn't.
So we'll declare under pressure. We'll push you away 2 inches.
I was even lower actually, because against my defense, so that'd be 10. I'm on 8 because I'm injured.
So 8 to my, what were we on? 13, 19. So that's a difference of 11. So it's going to be a positive flip.
Go for it.
That doesn't happen often. So positive flip, trigger to push you 2 inches away after it. So 1, 2. It's a lovely moderate damage for 4.
That puts me down to 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 health left on the card.
Oh, so nothing else to sort of chip away at that last 3 wounds. But just out of spite, I'm going to put my blast down and I'm going to catch Pandora for 3.
She didn't really want people to hurt her. She
doesn't, but I think that's the only thing I've done to her all game. She just swanned around, opening her box.
And you pushed him away with the blast.
I pushed him away with the blast. Oh, so that is the end of Mad Dog's activation, my end of activations for the entirety of the game.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, let Tom play out the remaining part of the turn.
Right, so it's just up to me to push models around, really. So
pretty much.
My Sorrow is going to go. It's going to try and use Misery Loves Company. So it's an 8 inch range. Can't even say that. Target a friendly model or a model with stunned, and I can place this model into base contact with the target. So I need a 5 for this to go off. Whoop-ow! 10 does right.
Awesome.
I appear here.
Oh.
So that's my first AP. My second AP will be to spend one of the bombs that I picked up.
That you stole from the Midnight Stalker with your
a ridiculous
5 damage. Nice.
My Poltergeist, while we're doing this, is gonna essentially move 6 inches over to there.
Fence.
It's gonna try. I'm just gonna move the camera up so we can see. It's gonna try and glimpse of insanity or Prospector. So it's a stat 5 versus your willpower. So I'm currently on 11.
To my also 11.
So you gain stunned.
Yep.
I'll have you take a point of damage from misery.
Yep.
And then that puts it on how much health, mate?
3 left.
Okay, I'm going to charge my second AP.
No.
To there, because I've got a move of 6.
Go away.
So Sharp Claws, it's a stat of 4 versus your defense.
Okay.
So we'll see how we do here. 11 currently.
To my mighty Uno. 6 defense for me.
6 defense.
Yeah.
I'm on 15 currently.
There's not even a point in cheating. Just kill him, Tom.
So regular flip is that?
It's going to be a straight flip.
Straight flip. Okay, so moderate, which you'll be pleased to know is 3 damage.
Which kills him.
And then we'll go over to the other side and we'll see what Cade, Candy and the bear do. So if you're wondering where the building's gone, I've just had to move it out of the way just so we can actually see what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to get everything in one camera shot. Baby Cade's going to go first. He's going to attempt to bring the Tedmeister up. So he's got, where's Teddy? He needs a 6 for this to go off. He gets a 2. I will cheat in an 8. Teddy makes his walk action of 5. Can you just pass me a 5-inch stick over there, mate, please? Perfect. Just to try and get him moseying on up so we can drop his bomb in a second. Cade is then going to... That's his bonus action. Cade's then going to walk 5 to here, walk 5 for outflank reasons, essentially. Teddy is then going to go, he'll heal 1, puts him back up to 8. He will move 5 to there. He'll place his bomb token there.
Don't forget your burning, Tom.
I know, all that stack. And then Candy's up. Candy is going to move 5 to here. She's within 8 inches of Mad Dog. We've just been laughing. If Mad Dog survives this, it's going to be absolutely horrendous. She's going to try and glimpse of insanity, the Mad Dog. So, stat 6 versus your willpower. She gets a 2.
Alright, my 12.
Oh, I'm going to cheat in the 30.
Oh, Tom.
So you gain stunned.
He gains stunned.
It triggers the misery off.
He takes a damage.
He dies.
He dies. No. It's only 1 damage, isn't it?
Yeah. He was on one left.
No, I have no stones anyway.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, I thought I had 1 left, but I don't. So yeah, Mad Dog's gone.
And then for her, that was a bonus action, so she's moved. For her last action, she's going to do some ruin searching and drop that there.
I would have considered it a moral victory if Mad Dog would have survived.
We'll do a handshake on camera, we'll do the side-on shot to finish off.
Thank you very much.
Great game, mate.
Great game.
And here we find ourselves at the end of the game, and yeah, I've managed to get down my last plant explosive, so that gets me a point. You've declared breakthrough.
I have indeed.
With the marker that Parker has stood on.
Yeah, Parker Barrows thought, you guys aren't quite cutting it, I'll just do it myself. Ran over into your deployment zone, dropped a marker underneath his feet, stood there and hoped for the best. Just get me a point.
Sorrow and Cade have got the extra outflank point for me, and also I've got 3 tokens down for the last Search the Ruins. So by our reckoning, that is 8 points to 3 in favour of Pandora. A massive thank you again, mate.
Thank you very much, Tom. My second scheme that I didn't
Go on, yeah, tell us.
Yeah, so the second scheme I didn't clear, I also had Search the Ruins.
Search Ruins, it's always a good one to go
that
for.
being because obviously Parker can make other people drop scheme
stuff.
markers when he's doing damage, but it just never came into play for me. It just never quite happened.
I'll talk about this in the post-game in a second, but can Parker shoot his own people to make them drop stuff?
No.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, it's Amy only.
Right, we'll go to the post-game. We'll see you in a sec, guys.
And we're back, and cards don't like you. I thought
Apparently
not.
It was an interesting game, to say the least.
It felt like things snowballed.
It did.
Definitely.
I think everything got on top of me really quick. I think I started throwing cards as quickly as possible to avoid that chip damage from Pandora.
It's Pandora with the box and the shockwave,
Yeah.
making you pitch cards.
Left me with nothing in my hand. I was relying on the top deck for the vast majority of the game. And it cost me. It cost me greatly. Positioning was really good from you as well. You blocked a lot of the lanes up on the board that I was trying to get down to try and start achieving those schemes. I just found it really difficult to get anything done.
I was struggling to pick which second scheme I was going for. I went with Search, and then I was choosing between Assassinate or Outflank. And then I was kind of like, I'll go with Outflank because I'm going to be near terrain anyway. I'm kind of glad I did because I just thought Parker was going to be a nightmare to take down, but I think that meant not even thinking about it, I was kind of going to block the areas that I could because I wanted to put down pieces. Any MVP for you? Got to be Mad Dog.
It's got to be Mad Dog. He kicked around for the entire duration of the game,
Just took it.
more or less on minimal help for
Yeah.
the vast majority, right? I mean, the scheme choices that I made, I was always going to take Breakthrough because the Midnight Stalker just does it, yeah, for fun. He can always get down the backfield, he can leap, he can drop markers, and he's really good at that. I also took Search the Ruins, which I thought I would have had a better chance at achieving, but I just didn't drop any markers.
I think I got over the halfway line before you did, and I think that swayed things
that
very
made a
quickly.
difference, very much so.
For me, I think I have to probably give it to that Sorrow that just one-shotted.
The 5 damage Sorrow.
That was a little bit ridiculous.
It hurt.
I mean,
it really physically hurt me.
Pandora does Pandora things, and I think that's definitely what I'm learning as I learn to play a little bit more.
I don't think I'd take Parker against Pandora again.
Any outcasts you wouldn't recommend for the viewers?
Pandora,
Tara maybe?
Tara's extremely good.
Tara's good against everybody.
She gets a lot of use out of the models just because she can put out on the board whatever she needs at any one given
She
time.
can get rid of the auras by burying them.
Exactly.
Just go away now.
Which is lovely against Pandora.
We've had a very good game with you playing Leviticus.
Leviticus, I think, would give Pandora a little bit more of a run for her money. because I think he's a little bit more resilient to the chip damage. Because he can, and because he can pass off damage to other things, and his survivability is ridiculously high. Yeah. He's not going to blink if you're doing 2 damage to him a turn, because he's got waves, he's got Mylena, he's got a million other ways to ignore that. Yeah,
I think we can definitely chalk this up as a game that Carver actually earned his keep, so I anticipate he will suck in the next one.
Yeah, that's it. Well,
and I'll be lamenting not having Hinamatsu, but he did well. I mean, his Terrifying got him through life, essentially.
He did, yeah. I mean, everything... I failed at least 80% of the Terrifying tests I took today.
It's bad, bad card.
It just didn't go well, but that was because, like we said, I was chucking my hand so early to try and cheat out Pandy's stuff.
So maybe Ruthless, when we've said for this battle, take a thematic crew.
Yes, that's right, yeah. So we picked the bandits, but if I was looking at it again, probably maybe would have considered Hands, even though he's versatile, but I never get a great use out of Hands. He's a sniper, essentially.
He's one of those that looks brilliant on the card, and then when you get him on the field, it's like...
just doesn't always do the job. Yeah. It's a lack of AP, which sometimes costs Hands, because he wants to focus and then he wants to shoot. So that means you're only doing one shoot. Really. Yeah. Taylor, who's a good beater, a henchman beater, part of the Victoria's crew. She's also ruthless, and she hits things pretty hard with a hammer. And she's got access to some other shenanigans as well. Maybe I would have took a Dead Outlaw if I'd have taken Taylor, because Dead Outlaws, again, another bandit model, they can give fast to other things as well, with the Craven's ability. So yeah, there are other options I think we could have gone down if we were playing for realsies.
It's realsies, yeah. But obviously, thematic battle report, so just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind the beautiful new merchandise that you can get from Teespring, because back rep should be better. Anyway, a massive thank you, mate.
Thank you very much, Tom. An absolute pleasure.
Hope you guys watched it. If you want to see more, let us know in the comments, and we will see you in the next one. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.